Oh, yeah, it is UFC 261, a packed house in Jacksonville, but we're still under curfew. Let's do this thing.
Fancy schmancy, man.
AJ.
Fancy schmancy, Dave.
Schmancy wancy, baby. How you doing,
Fancy
boy?
schmancy.
Hey.
Good, man. What an intro, man. Woo.
Hey, so Ringside Report Network. We're top of the line, first class all the way. UFC 261. Did you just give a Ric Flair woo? Did you just give a...
Well, man, did you hear the crowd, man? It's insane, dude. It's actually like, it's so weird hearing like a crowd going, you know, the woo and all the rest. It's awesome, man. 15,000 fans packed.
It's pretty wild. Did you say 50,000? It's 15.
Did I say
okay.
15? That's what I said,
50.
man.
Yeah, 15,000 people in Jacksonville, Florida. The fans are back. It's UFC 261. They're back. It's pretty crazy. Is it sold out, though? Because I noticed a lot of empty seats. Maybe it was just because of the prelims. People didn't show up yet. I wonder if it is sold out or if there's like social distancing in effect still. Because Dana said he wouldn't go back to arenas if it wasn't full capacity, but it doesn't seem like it's full capacity. And they've been saying sold out.
It looks pretty full, man.
I don't know. I noticed some.
Full, man.
I noticed some empty rows on the prelims, but I mean,
but
that could be anything.
Prelims, Dave. Look at now, and I'm going to tell you something. This is the difference with the UFC. And sometimes with boxing, when you got, like, say, Triple G, like, headlining an event, or even Mayweather and whatnot, the crowd comes out only for the last fight, literally. Where in the UFC, man, they start, like, at 7:30. They're already, like, 90% full, man. And as the fights go on, man, it's full. Right now, you're looking at guaranteed 15,000 capacity, and it's full to the gills. Yeah. It's insane, man.
It does look pretty crazy, packed. Dude. It does look pretty wild. Woo! We have a wild night of fights ahead of us. Seeing Jorge Masvidal highlights right now. Of course, the knockout of Ben Askren and all that stuff. Masvidal versus Usman is our main event. We'll get to our picks for the whole card in just a minute. Hey. We're going to give you the first fight. We'll tell you what's going on as soon as the first fight starts here on the pay-per-view for UFC 261. Nothing has started yet. What's up, AJ?
Let me in.
What?
Think about it. I was thinking about this when I was watching the fights. I'm looking at Masvidal's knee to Askren's head, and literally that was the end career for Askren in the UFC. Like the knee to the third eye yoga style was done, and then all of a sudden, here we are last week at this time, which seems just like yesterday, and we got Jake Paul giving a right to the temple and really ending Askren's career. Because he was talking about coming back into MMA. Like, what's the irony of that, man? You've got Masvidal on tonight, and you had Jake Paul that's in the stands tonight. And I don't know, you're going to tell me a briefing of what the hell happened. And you've got two guys that literally destroyed Askren's career.
We have Jake Paul news, AJ.
Happened,
Jake Paul news. So Jake Paul is in attendance for UFC 261. And the crowd during the last fight there, the Randy Brown Cowboy Oliveira fight that ended beautifully with a one-arm rear naked choke from Randy Brown. Beautiful stuff there. First round submission victory for Brown in the main event of the prelim card tonight. But during that fight, I think I can play this for you. I think I can. They were chanting, "Fuck Jake Paul." During that fight. They were chanting, during the Randy Brown fight, they were chanting, F Jake Paul. And I think I can even get the audio from somebody who posted it live in the crowd. I think I have this here for you, AJ. Hold on. This is a lot of technology for me to handle all at once. Give me a second. But I think I can get you the audio.
Take your time.
Yeah, I think.
Take your time, bud. Take your time. No stress.
There's Jake Paul. I'm seeing a video.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? I could even show this to you because this is a fan video. This isn't the UFC. He's got copyright on this. Look, there's Jake Paul. See him? A little blonde guy in the blue. In the blue jacket. Okay? And they're chanting. Fuck Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul. You hear that? So that's Jake
is
Paul.
that DC there?
Yeah, that's DC. I think confronting him. Talking to him. I think that is DC. You're right, that is DC because he goes back to commentary. Oh my God, that's Daniel Cormier. And then they have to bring DC's like pointing at him. You see that? He's pointing at him. Oh, wait a second. AJ, you spotted something there, dude. Hold on. That was DC.
Wow.
That was DC, confronting
man.
Jake Paul. That's
Holy
crazy.
Shit.
That's Daniel Cormier in the crowd confronting DC.
Dude, man, I want to tell you how crazy that is. That's DC, man. And if there's any type of wrecking machine that's going to be in front of you that's going to be telling you that he's going to kick your ass, I would be shitting bricks. It would be just as like, I don't know, Mike Tyson coming up to you and calling you like a pussy. Chances are you're going to be like, yeah, man, you're absolutely right. I am. Because that's not a joke. For DC, who's like working commentary as a professional for the UFC, he must be so bothered by Jake Paul for him to like literally like, you know what? That can affect your job, man. Like if something would have went down on that.
Man, something might go down. There's a lot of fighters in attendance.
Smokes.
Nick Diaz is there too.
What?
Nick Diaz is in attendance. Let me show you a picture of Nick Diaz, who is in Jacksonville in attendance. I mean, Nick Diaz is wild enough to, do something. There's Nick posing, and he says, "A gentleman never tells," in Jacksonville, Florida. What's he doing? This is earlier today, so Nick is in attendance too. So you never know what might go down tonight, and that's what I think makes it more interesting. It's not the fans. It's the fighters and celebrities in attendance that might fight each other or do something wild, you know? The more people are there, the wilder it can get.
Well,
Good
listen,
God
Dave,
almighty.
when you think about it, it's the first like full capacity crowd fight in over a year. And like, people can say whatever they want about Dana White, but when COVID hit first, while all other sports were gone, Dana White kept going with the UFC. And here we are now, like the very first like full capacity event in all sports, man. I know that the WWE with WrestleMania, I don't know how many fans they had in stands, but it wasn't a full capacity crowd. But I can tell you, man, WWE and the UFC, man, are making waves.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's really like, it's crazy,
fun.
dude. But what I'm trying to get at
is really fun. And somebody just giving you props on the Super Chat, AJ. Doug Hepburn, who's the new Super Chat leader of the night. Thank you, Doug. He says, AJ giving expert analysis. Thanks, buddy. You really spotted DC there. I didn't realize that DC was there. I was just looking for Jake Paul. Yep. But DC was there confronting Jake Paul, and a fan got that, which is pretty wild stuff. Pretty wild stuff so far at UFC 261. I'll give you some results. Just before we get started, because I'm seeing they're doing the intro videos for the Anthony Smith-Jimmy Croot fight, which will open up this pay-per-view. Are you not seeing some empty seats, though? I don't know.
No, there was some empty seats at some point, but...
Yeah, but the pay-per-view started now, and I'm still seeing a couple. I don't know, but you never know. Anyways, the night opened up with Ariane Carnelosi defeating Na Liang by TKO in the second. Jeff Molina got a decision win over Keelan
Give me one quick sec. Okay, don't worry, I'll be right back.
AJ's disappearing. I'll just give you the results while AJ does whatever he's got to do. Rodrigo Vargas beat Rong Zhu by decision. Dana Batgarel beat Kevin Natividad by TKO in the first. Real quick fight there. Patrick Sabatini with a decision victory over the Canadian Tristan Connolly. Brendan Allen with a beautiful submission victory. Little heel hook ski on Carl Roberson. Playing the 50-50 there for Roberson did not pay off. That was a pretty sweet heel hook there from Brendan Allen, who looked great in the fight, standing up and on the ground. He looked fantastic.
Dude,
look out for Brendan Allen.
Years old.
Yeah, at 185
he's
pounds.
25 years old.
I think we might have found a prospect here. Look at this guy, 16-4. Yep. He can stand. He can grapple. This guy is pretty damn good. I was very impressed. I was very impressed with Brendan Allen tonight. He looked really good over Roberson, who's a tough out. And he finished him in the first round, so that was pretty good. Dwight Grant got the win over Stefan Sekulic by split decision, which was a little iffy. I don't know if he won that fight, but hey, Sekulic definitely won the third round. The first round could have gone either way. The second round, I thought Sekulic might have edged it out, but I don't know.
I thought
it was a very close fight, but the judges gave it to Grant.
The crowd was booing.
Yeah, I don't know.
The crowd was booing big time.
I think Sekulic won that fight, right?
I thought so too. Listen,
Yeah.
he got him with the right, knocked him to the canvas. He almost looked out. Got him with the choke, and if it was 10 more seconds, he would have probably tapped out. I was pretty sure the first round went to what's his name, Dwight Grant, which was he was a great fighter. There's no doubt about it. Great fighter. Second, I thought he went to Stefan, and the third man was very close till the ending. It was for someone to say, okay, I'm going to give the edge to Stefan, and going the other way was kind of people in attendance agreed, man. Like they were not happy.
Weird.
Everybody was booing, man. It was weird. But
it was weird. But the second round was tough, man, because Grant did seem to dictate the pace for most of it until that takedown at about 90 seconds left in the second round. And that's really all Sekulic did. And he didn't do much with that takedown. The momentum did seem to shift toward Sekulic in a big way after that takedown for the rest of the fight into the third round. But, the first round was super close. And, I'm not going crazy over the judges on that one. But I definitely disagreed with them. But, hey, I didn't have money on Sekulic, so I'm not super pissed. If I had money on Sekulic, I'd be going bananas right now. Bananas. But, it was close. It was tight. Randy Brown didn't make it tight with Alex. Well, it was tight. The rear naked choke was tight, but the fight was not close at all. Just an obliteration of Alex Oliveira.
That's
Patrick
Sabatini. I don't.
You liked him?
Man, that guy. I liked him because I remember watching him fight. I think it was when our buddy from Montreal, James Mancini, went down to fight in Jersey. I think the headliner was Sabatini on that fight. At first, I was trying to think if one of our Montreal guys fought him, but man, that guy is impressive. Sabatini, man, very, very impressive.
Good grappler.
Slick jiu-jitsu, man.
His wrestling is amazing too. His entries, his takedowns were very slick. The timing on everything was really on point. He's really good, and he's not just a wrestler. He can take you down and do some stuff on the ground with you as well. He's really good.
I'm trying to see how
he's
old
talented.
This guy. He's 30 years old, man. I thought he was younger, but regardless, man, he's impressive. Impressive.
I like
fighter.
him. I like Sabatini.
Good prelims, man.
Yeah,
yep.
It was a decent prelim card. It was fun. Jake Paul is in attendance now, which is crazy. There's so much going on right now. DC confronted Jake Paul, and Anthony Smith is getting the old Vaseline put on his face, getting ready to get into the fight here with Jimmy Croot. It is Smith versus Croot, the opening fight here on the UFC 261 pay-per-view. Croot coming in as the favorite, pretty heavy favorite here, anywhere from -225 to -200. Of course, you can bet with us over at bet99.com. Use that promo code RINGSIDE when you sign up with bet99.com. You'll get a matching bonus up to $600 when you sign up. A matching deposit bonus of up to $600. That's some big-time free money over at bet99.com when you use that promo code RINGSIDE. And I will also give you our picks for the night. AJ and I will have our I'll show you our parlay, but just before we get to the parlay, how about this next fight? Anthony Smith versus Jimmy Croot. I actually like Anthony Smith in this fight. I think that he's going to have a little bit more experience and will be able to edge this fight out. I think he's going to use takedowns and his range to avoid danger with Jimmy Croot. I think Croot is most dangerous standing up in this fight, and I think Anthony Smith is going to nullify his stand-up. Croot won't be able to find him, and if Smith can get a couple of key takedowns, I think he wins this fight, and he is coming in as the underdog. Not on my parlay. I don't believe in him that much, but I do think he's going to win as the underdog here. Anthony Smith. Jimmy Croot is a favorite.
I went the other way, man.
You went with Jimmy Croot? Did you put him on your parlay?
Freddie. Yeah, I believe he's on the parlay right now.
We will get
the one that's online.
AJ's parlay right now, which you can see. You can always see our parlays that AJ posts in these beautiful graphics over at Ringside Report on Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Report. Follow us there. AJ has Kamaru Usman, Zhang Weili, Valentina Shevchenko, Chris Weidman, and Jimmy Croot on his parlay. It's a 5-fight parlay. $20 gets you $114.96 over at bet99.com. That is AJ's parlay, Team AJ. Here is, I believe, Freddie's parlay. That's
Freddie.
Team Fred right there. That's our man Fred, who's not with us tonight.
Handsome Fred.
Doing some renovations on his house. He can't make it because nothing's connected. So Chris Weidman, Chris Weidman, Rose Namajunas, and Jimmy Croot. Freddie also like Jimmy Croot here as the favorite. Taking Croot on his parlay. And there's the payout. 20 gets you 142. And here's Team Dave.
Very good.
Team Dave, woo woo. I'm going with Kamaru Usman, Valentina Shevchenko, Chris Weidman, and Zhang Weili. A 4-fight parlay, $20 wins you 76-78. It's not a ton of money, but it's the fights I believe will win.
Listen, man, it's not about winning a ton of money. It's
about winning money and not losing money. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to play it smart. I didn't see a lot of advantages on this card betting wise, to be honest. Although now I'm kind of wondering why I didn't put Anthony Smith. Maybe put a couple of bucks on Anthony Smith outside of a parlay to kind of, because as the underdog, I think there's a lot of value on Smith here as a dog, obviously, and the fight is on.
Listen, I was going to tell you, if people would have went with
give me a second, AJ.
Oh, sorry.
We're 4 minutes, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. If you want to follow along with us, it's the UFC 261 watch-along. Smith versus Croot right now. My man Sandro is with me, Alice Shanks, out in Vermont, my main man, my buddy from way back. We grew up together. Me and Sandro have been I've been friends with Sandro since what? I think it's been over 20 years. Over 20 years. I mean, yeah, we were, in high school together, so like 14. My man Sandro from way back. Shout out to you, Sandro.
Hey, listen, just two things. One, I was going to say is that, like, there's a little bit of interference, but I was going to say is that if you would have bet with any one of our parlays the last couple of weeks, all the way to like pretty much when you pulled out all the prelims, I went with a 6-0 card. Freddie went 3-0. You went I think it was 4-0. I mean, if you look at those bets over the last month, man, you could accumulated some pretty good dough with us, man.
Yeah, and we've been accumulating some decent dough, and we've been doing all right. Yeah, that's
right.
Since we were 13. That's right.
Way better than a lot of those bookies.
I think
man.
We were like 13. We're pretty young, right? Grade 7, we were friends. Probably 12.
How about
you were probably 12 when we were friends, Sandro, because I was like 13, right? I think you were 12 because you're a bit younger than me, right?
Listen, I don't know if people heard on Thursday,
Sandro.
but just think about that.
Troublemaker.
What were you doing when you were 12 years old, man?
Making trouble.
I'm going to tell you. Listen, I'm going to tell you what Valentina the Bullet was doing at 12,
stealing
from
pumpkins.
Thursday. No, you were stealing pumpkins? Valentina was knocking out 22-year-olds in a fight at 12 years old. And that's what I said on Thursday. That's why they call her the Bullet. It's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, she
at
wasn't
12
doing
years old,
drugs
man, you're stealing pumpkins.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't doing like blow or anything like that,
Blow.
Crystal meth.
No. Anyways, we're in this fight. Anthony Smith looking pretty good so far, landing some jabs. He's using the range. Croot's having trouble getting inside, man. And Smith is using that jab. Like I said, he's using the jab. He's using the length. He's got a reach advantage. He's got a height advantage. And he's using that jab.
Much, a 2-inch.
Yeah, but it's still, it's an advantage. No matter what,
absolutely.
It helps. And if you can use it and stay at range, you can be an effective striker. And he's using that jab, and he's popping Jimmy Croot, and Croot's right eye is starting to bruise up a little bit with the jab. Smith looking all right.
Forklift driver. Whoa! Forklift driver, Jimmy Croot.
He's a forklift driver?
He used to be.
Oh.
And this is for Glenn, because Glenn loves when I throw out these stats. But I was going to say, Anthony Smith used to be a concrete finisher back in the days before they started making, the big bucks.
Why do you know the jobs of all the fighters?
Because, dude, I'm trying to get all these crazy stats, man.
Croot got in there. Croot landed some good shots there. Good right hand.
Jimmy Croot's one tough dude. I mean, I told you he was the Australian Hex Fighting Series champion at 19.
The what?
I mean, this guy, the Hex, H-E-X in Australia. It's a fighting championship series.
Okay.
Hex, H-E-X. And at 19, he was the champion out there.
You say H?
Yeah, like Harry.
I say H.
That's what he said, man.
I say H. You say H?
H, man.
H.
Like tomato, dude. You know what I'm going to say next.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm going to say. Wally in Ireland and all the
Dana?
rest of our fans in UK.
Are you going to say
know
that
that
now?
I'm saying it right.
All right.
Dana.
Sure.
Talk about Dana.
Oh, Smith hurt him
Whoa.
bad. He kicked Croot in the calf, and Croot wilted and fell, and Smith, didn't know what to do and got taken down somehow. Oh, my God. That was crazy. Smith, hurt him so bad, and it looked like his leg was broken, and Croot somehow got back to, his knee and scored a takedown out of nowhere. That's crazy. What? And now Croot is on top of Smith throwing punches. Smith is trying to get back to his feet, but he is struggling and getting taken down again. What the hell? But this round is going to end in 24 seconds, and I'm not sure Jimmy Croot can stand up. Whoa. Oh, he's standing now, but I don't think he wants to be. He's trying to get a takedown again. Oh, Croot's leg is fucked. But he scored another takedown with 10 seconds to go in the round as Smith got to his feet again. Jesus. But, I don't know if he can stand. So Smith might win this fight by TKO right now because Croot's leg, his left leg is over. He can't walk. Oh, he's done. He's done. Oh, Jesus. Oh, he sat down and it, twisted in a way that a foot is not supposed to twist. Oh, that's gruesome. He's done. Don't let him fight. His leg's going to fall off. His foot might actually fall off. This is disgusting. He's done, man. He's done. Don't put him out there. He's going to get fucking destroyed. Maybe he'll score the takedown again, but it's over. Okay, so what happened was Smith threw the leg kick. Croot, kind of got moved by it, and then when he went to plant his foot again, his leg wasn't there, and his fucking ankle just rolled, and his foot is just swollen like a motherfucker. Oh, he's saying he could fight, but the doctor's like, no, dude, you can't walk. Fight's over. Smith wins.
Damn it, man. There goes my parlay, man. It's over.
Whoa. Over.
Just as quick as Ben Askren's career.
Oh, my God. That was fucking disgusting. So he, got kicked, and his leg swung out, and then when he tried to plant back, his ankle just rolled, and he fell over, somehow landed a couple of takedowns to survive the rest of the round, wanted to keep fighting. The doctor was like, come walk to me. He took a couple of steps, but they were wobbly as hell, and he just can't continue. His leg is fucked. His ankle or his foot or something. He's in big trouble. Croot is injured. He's going to the hospital. He's out 4 to 6 weeks at minimum. Ow, Chihuahua. They're doing it again. Oh, they're showing it again. Oh, that's gruesome. His ankle just crunched. Wow. What a finish. I told you Anthony Smith was going to win, AJ.
You did it. You called it, man.
Did you and Fred's parlays just die on the first fight of the night?
It's over, dude. That's what I'm saying. Completely. It went down as quick as Ben Askren's career, man. I told you that.
So fast. That was so fast. Why did you
like that,
Jimmy Croot? I love it.
Damn it.
It's kind of funny. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel bad. I want you to be right. I'd rather you be right because it's good for the network. But, it's funny that you're on that, too, on that weirdo
fight. Find out what Penny the Cat chose. Because if Penny the Cat, just burned me out, man, we're hiring her instead. You have to kick me and Fred off.
I was going to put my money down today, right, to place my bets. And Team Dave, okay. I took Zhang Weili, I took Valentina, I took Kamaru, and I took Weidman. But then when I was going to place my bets, I asked my son, and I said, okay, what do you think here? Usman or Masvidal? And he said, Usman. I said, okay, cool, let's go with Usman. I said, Rose Namajunas or Weili Zhang Weili. And he's like, are they both women? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, Rose Namajunas. And I was like, oh, I was going to take Zhang Weili, so now I'm not putting money on Zhang Weili. And then I asked him Valentina or Andrade. He said Valentina. And he pronounced Shevchenko really impressively for a, nearly 4-year-old. And he also took Chris Weidman over. I asked him Weidman or Uriah Hall, and he said Weidman. So I put money on Weidman. But I did not put money, just full disclosure, because I know on Team Dave it says, Zhang Wei Li, bet on Zhang Wei Li. But I just want to tell you that myself, my own money, I did not put on, what is going on Zhang Wei Li, because my son was taking Rose Namajunas, and I was a little
let them know how old
that.
your son is, man. He's doing way better than I'm doing, that's for sure.
Well, he didn't pick this fight. That's just me.
Damn it.
My son is he's actually today he's 2 months away from being 4, which is crazy. He's going to be 4 in 2 months. It's pretty nuts. What a win for Anthony Smith. Beautiful victory. He looked really good, man. He was winning the fight,
Damn, Jimmy.
Wow.
You're going to have to go back to working at the forklift company, wherever the hell you came from. Why did you do this?
I mean, I don't think so. Why? He's 25. That's pretty mean, AJ.
No,
he's
you know
25.
what?
He'll be back. He'll be fine.
Listen, he was 12-1, man. Think about it. At 25 years old,
he's fighting Anthony Smith. He's fighting Anthony Smith, a guy who fought John Jones, who's still in the prime of his career. Like, Anthony Smith is in the prime of his pro MMA career. He's 32 years old. Man. That's the prime years. Jimmy Croot is 25. Dave. He'll hit the prime in 5 years, man. He'll enter his prime in 5 years' time. He's still very good. This will be a lesson. And, if his ankle doesn't roll, if this little injury doesn't happen, he moves on with this fight. The fight continues, and who knows? He might have won. This game is a game of inches. He's 25 years old. For you to write him off right now because he foiled your parlay, I think is a little silly, AJ.
No,
I think
dude, I'm not. You know that
he's 25.
Throw him out.
He's got a lot of time.
He's 25 years old. We've seen that time and time again where, like, early 20-year-olds don't win a fight that you expect them to win. Sometimes, obviously, you're fighting a veteran like Anthony Smith. And I should have known better, man. I've always gone with Anthony Smith, and you know that, Dave. I've gone with Anthony Smith through thick and thin, except for this parlay. Freddie influenced me a bit on that one. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with Freddie's thought on this. I think he might have a point. And the thing is, this is the first time I ever went against Anthony Smith, and I lost. Damn it. But
my buddy Jeremy Prophet, shout out to Jeremy Prophet,
Jeremy,
great pro wrestler.
Go.
He was telling me all week, he's like, I really believe in Anthony Smith. I think he's going to win. I think he's a good underdog pick. And, he was talking to me about it, and I didn't really look at the fight. I didn't believe in Anthony Smith enough to bet on him, but Jeremy was super convinced, and he had him on his parlays. So Jeremy is a friend of the show. Shout out to Jeremy Prophet. He liked Anthony Smith.
And he gave us a good... Listen, give him a shout out too, man. He gave us a beautiful,
he's a good man.
Kudos.
He showed Jofo in the ring. Good stuff, Jeremy. He's a good man. He's a great wrestler too.
Yeah,
and
I'm
feeling lucky tonight, AJ. I'm feeling lucky. I don't know. I won a raffle for sneakers earlier tonight, so I'm feeling like things are happening tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, I won a sneaker raffle. Let me show you. It's pretty dope.
Listen. While you got Jeremy on air. I want to know what Penny picked on that fight. If the cat went with
cat? Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you. I want to know what the cat.
The cat is like on a. Yeah, man.
I want to give a shout out to Jason Pete. Jason Pete out in Mexico, one of the loyal members of the Ringside Report Network. Don't forget to become a member of the universe here on the Ringside Report YouTube channel. Join the YouTube channel. You can go to donate.ringsidereport.net as well. And merch.ringsidereport.net. You can get cups just like this one with my face and AJ's face and Freddie's face. Get one of these cups available at merch.ringsidereport.net.
Looks good.
So shout out to Jason Pete. Shout out to Dino Steaks. I see you, Dino Steaks. Of course, my man Sandro in the chat. I like that, Dino Steaks. John Hedstrom. Patrick C. Hamilton. Doug Hepburn, of course. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Lorne Cronish, Brooklyn Lizard, out in Brooklyn, New York. Woo. Helium Siam. Shout out to everybody watching us in the chat, not on the chat, wherever you are. We appreciate you joining us here tonight.
We love you guys.
You could have been anywhere in the else in the world, but you're here with AJ and me. Okay?
Well, what more do you want, dude?
Let me show you the sneakers that I got, AJ. I mean, everybody's just waiting to see. So this This company did a special UFC raffle, and of course I won. Of course I won their UFC 261 raffle, right? Look at this. This is a company called The Closet Inc., and they did a DM purchase raffle, so you had to DM them. You had to retweet the post, screenshot the post, and then send us the DM with the screenshot and who is winning tonight's UFC 261 and my size. And then the winners get a response for these Jordan 3s, which I bought for $280 because I won the raffle, and they're going right now on StockX for $325.
So let me get this right.
They're pretty
dope. You won
dope.
the sneakers or not?
No. I mean, I bought them. I won the right to buy them.
Damn.
Which is like, because they're rare, they're worth more like than you pay for them. And you could sell them or wear them. It's your choice. But I got some Georgetown Jordan 3s.
Why don't you raffle them up to one of our, Ringside
You want me to give away a pair of Jordan 3s that I could sell at a profit?
You're big bucks, man. You're Jake Paul, money, man.
I mean,
think about it.
I don't know about that.
Think about this.
I don't know if I should just give away a pair of Jordan 3s. I mean, that would probably drive up the membership. I'll tell you what. If we reach... I mean, we're going to have way more subscribers. I want some sort of subscriber
Spit it out,
hit.
Dave. Spit it out, man.
If
what are you
we reach,
say?
10,000 subscribers,
well,
I'll give away a pair of sneakers.
By the end of the year, we'll get there.
Okay, well, there you go. If we can reach 10,000 subscribers, I will give a pair of sneakers, dope, premium sneakers that you can resell for big money, to one of our subscribers, okay? But we have to hit 10,000 by the end of 2021, and we are not there.
We're getting there. Well, we're getting there, man. We're getting there.
I'd like to hit 2,000 first. That'd be nice. 2,000 be good, and then we'll work our way to 10. Chris Weidman versus Uriah Hall's up next. So I got those Georgetown 3s, AJ. You like them?
They're nice, man.
You want
I like them, man.
I'll sell them to you for $320.
Get the hell out of here, man. $300 for a pair of shoes? That ain't happening. Not with AJ, man. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, quite frankly. I might keep them in my sneaker closet and just kind of let them hang for a while, dead stock them, never wear them. Maybe I'll wear them. Maybe I'll just resell them. I don't know.
Listen, if we hit 10,000, I'm going to remind you, eh?
I didn't say I'd give away the 3s, although I might. I might.
Come on,
yeah, fine. I'll give away the 3s. I'll hold them in my closet until we hit 10,000. I'll hold them till the end of 2021. And if by the end of 2021 we hit 10,000, I will give away the 3s to one of our loyal subscribers. You have to have super chatted too. You have to have super chatted at least once in the past year. At least.
That's fair.
Be a subscriber. Be a member too. You have to be a member. Should be a membership thing actually, because that's better. That's smarter actually.
Oh, Dave, two things. Number one, I know Johnny North is listening.
On YouTube.
Johnny North is listening, so clip this part because we're going to keep that in our archives.
Okay,
and
fine.
I just saw now the top stories, and they're actually saying, like I said, 17 minutes ago. I called it out earlier than 17 minutes ago, but anyways, they're saying that Daniel Cormier confronted Jake Paul. So
yeah, I know we showed it. Dude. Should we show it again?
I know. Show it again, dude. All the rest of those guys are showing it. Ringside Report is on the beat, man.
Yeah, we're here. We're right there. We're showing you what's what.
Show it, Dave.
Hold on. I'm getting it. Chill out, AJ. Chris Weidman's making his walk right now. And I'm going to show you the thing with audio, too. Okay? With audio. There it is. You missed it. There's Daniel Cormier right there in the white. There's Jake Paul in the blue jacket. Over there.
Look at the size of Cormier.
Look, we're going to see them. There's Paul, and there's DC. And there is a confrontation going on. This happened just before the pay-per-view went to air. And you hear the fuck Jake Paul chants going on. And look at DC pointing at him. Warning him. Don't fuck with me. I'm for real. Look at that. Jake Paul's in the lion's den right now. He's in a place that's not safe for him. Watch out, Jake Paul. The Lions are coming for you. They smell money. They smell an easy paycheck, Jake Paul. Easy paycheck.
Listen,
That's
man.
easy money. You think Chris Weidman would want to fight Uriah Hall tonight or rather fight Jake Paul for more money? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Come on now.
You're right, bud. You're right.
Come
You're
on
right,
now.
Dave. You're absolutely right, man.
Chris Weidman's looking at Jake Paul right now like, yo, man, we're about the same size. You want to fight? Can I make more money off you? I think Weidman would have a good shot. Weidman also might get knocked unconscious, which would suck. That would be so sad. Watch, I'm calling it now. Okay, AJ? This is bold prediction of the night. This is going to be a wild prediction, and everybody's going to be pissed at me forever about this, okay?
Dave,
but I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right. If Logan Paul fights Floyd Mayweather, he will knock his ass out.
Dude,
what's up?
That's crazy, man.
He's twice his size, man. He's so much bigger.
That's the problem.
He's twice his size and half his age. And he's training. He's going to knock Floyd out, and everybody will fucking lose their mind, and I'm going to cash in. I'm going to cash in money because I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet the knockout, too. Imagine if he does it.
Listen, I've been arguing all week, man. I've been arguing all week with all these,
it's going to happen.
These like guys that are coming on and like dissing Ben Askren, and I've been listening to a lot of commentators or whatever, and one guy said it perfectly straight. They said, listen, Ben Askren going into a boxing match means that 90% of his weapons are gone, and he's fighting, and I was thinking of you too, and again, you've got a guy who's 50 pounds heavier, you know what I'm saying, who's basically 50 pounds heavier. And not to make excuses, because I've been
the guy's like 6'2".
Like so many
Floyd
people
is 5'7". How does Floyd even reach him?
Listen, man, you know what? Listen, I give it to Jake Paul. He's 3-0. He's got the knockouts.
These guys are crazy.
3 guys. No. Listen, the guy's made a shitload of money. He's hit the pay-per-view top numbers that we only see like guys like Tyson or Mayweather or Conor McGregor. Like. These are the names that we see, and all of a sudden Jake Paul is hanging in that club, which is insane. But the truth of the matter is that the guy is like picking and choosing his fights with guys that are like literally 50 pounds light. And you know what? I was like, somebody brought up like a good point. They're like, did anybody really test like the gloves, and see what's inside the glove? Because old school guys, man, used to put like steel plates in their gloves.
Maybe.
You never know, dude. If no one's checking this shit while everybody's high as a kite at that fight,
I doubt it,
from
though.
Snoop Dogg to fucking
Askren's not high as a kite there. He's got a team behind him that's making sure.
I know. Well, again, anything's possible, dude. Anything's possible.
Like my man Sandro's saying on the chat, he's saying, AJ, really? Just give him a professional boxer in his weight class and then see what happens. I mean, come on.
And that's exactly what I said. Hey, listen, Sandro, you're absolutely right. And that's what I said on Saturday. I called out all the top 200 guys in the WBC and all the rest of the guys in like boxing. And I said, listen, guys, to protect your sport, to justify boxing,
go after Jake Paul.
You got to go after this guy, and you can't let him get away with it because he's tainting your sport and he's destroying your sport. Yes, he's bringing eyes to the boxing world, but he's taking away the credibility from guys that busted their asses from the time they were young teens to get into the boxing ring, get their amateur fights, get up to the pros where they're probably not making that much money. This guy's taking away your money, and the guys that are champions out there. Nobody knows you, man.
Sorry.
Nobody knows you.
I get it, but I don't want to waste our time on Jake Paul too much. Chris Weidman is fighting right now, and he's the favorite according to DraftKings on the thing. He was an underdog earlier this week, wasn't he? I guess Bet99 had him as a favorite. I guess he was an underdog, but then he switched to a favorite. I'm pretty sure Weidman was a dog at one point, wasn't he?
No, you're absolutely right. And you know what? I think GMAC sent me a text today. Unfortunately, I couldn't put his picks online. But he went with, I think, Uriah Hall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a lot of people going with Uriah Hall, which makes sense. I could see Uriah Hall scoring the upset. I could also see Weidman scoring a couple takedowns, key takedowns, and winning this fight on points. Also, taking Uriah Hall down and submitting him. Weidman is really slick on the ground. But we'll see, man. He's been through some wars. We'll see what he can take. Uriah Hall's a hard striker. Weidman right now is the favorite. Hall's the underdog. But I'm pretty sure this fight started a little differently. Yeah, it opened up with Weidman as plus 115 underdog, Uriah Hall minus 135 the favorite, and now it's closing out to Weidman as like minus 130 and Hall plus 155 the dog. A lot of money going down on Chris Weidman, shifting the line since Thursday. I mean, we previewed this fight on Thursday, and Weidman was the favorite, or the underdog, and now he comes in tonight as a favorite. I took him on my parlay. Oh, my God, and it's over. Weidman's leg just broke.
Get the fuck out.
He just had an Anderson Silva moment. He threw a leg kick, and he's done.
What the hell is going on, man?
What is happening with legs today?
Welcome to 261, ladies and gentlemen, man.
Oh, my God.
And nap.
Well, there goes Weidman.
Man, talk about...
There goes my parlay. I had Weidman. What the hell?
What the hell is going on, dude?
Weidman threw one leg kick, and his leg went like this. His leg just like snapped. I mean, it's not his leg. I don't know what happened. His ankle? Yeah, did you just see it, AJ?
His tibia. He broke his tibia.
Oh, my God. On one kick. One leg kick, and it was done.
Listen, Anderson Silva right now is looking and saying, I know what the fuck that guy is feeling, and
that happened.
Fuck.
Talk
about
I mean,
a curse.
Weidman did that to Anderson. That's what happened to Anderson with Weidman. That's exactly what it looked like. That's gruesome. They're not even showing it. They're not even showing Weidman right now on camera. They're just showing Uriah Hall. They are avoiding Weidman because he is seriously fucked up.
Listen, man, if you want to see what
his leg went in a way that's not supposed to go. What the hell?
That was crazy, man. But that's a perfect check. That's a perfect Muay Thai check. And that's the problem with fighters over time. And you know what? This is what I'm saying is that MMA guys go through so much wear and tear over their career. Guys like Weidman are veterans in the game. Anderson Silva was a veteran in the game. The problem is that there's a lot of wear and tear on their body. Bone structure, tendons, ligaments, you know, the mental aspect of the game, everything catches up to you. And this is what happened to Weidman. We're talking a high-level wrestler who's had a lot of fights in his career, and his leg snapped like a toothpick. And we saw, and the irony of it all is that Weidman did the same thing to end Anderson Silva's career. We know that for a fact. And tonight, Uriah Hall pretty much ended Weidman's career. That tibia break, dude, is fucked up. Jesus Murphy, man. Did you see that? Oh, that was insane.
I can't watch. That's disgusting.
Nah, you can't watch that. And look, Uriah Hall's
that was
nobody
horrific.
Wants to see a guy.
That's one of the most horrific injuries you will ever see. That's a freak injury, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some weird shit.
What? Listen, man, what's the chances of that happening? I'm looking at
we're seeing on the Dino Stakes is like 2 kicks have ruined both your parlays. What are the odds? I mean, the odds are not good. I don't know. That was weird. That's some weird stuff, man.
Look at the leg, Noah. Wow. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The worst part is that when he tries to step down on the leg,
my God.
Because he doesn't even feel his leg
he didn't know.
At that point.
When he steps down on the leg,
once
it's even worse.
Down, it's even worse, dude. And I'm going to tell you something. Like, that's an unfortunate accident.
That was worse than the last one. What's happening tonight?
Listen, man. People want to think like, Jake Paul beat Ben Askren and MMA guys or whatever. This shows you the level of the pain that MMA guys go through. It's like anything can happen at any point. There's no...
Weidman is getting stretchered out. He is...
Dude, he's going straight to the hospital.
He's going straight to the hospital for surgery because his leg...
Yeah.
Like, he threw a leg kick.
Jesus, man.
His tibia just broke on Uriah Hall's knee. And his leg, like, rubberized, snapped, and as it went down, he stepped on it and made it worse and fell down in terrible agony. And that was the fight. It lasted like a second. Chris Weidman comes in, throws one leg kick, hits Hall's knee, his leg snaps, and that's it. And it was one of the most gruesome things I've ever seen.
Listen.
Think Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman. What happened to Anderson the second time around?
Is that
absolutely gruesome? One of the grossest things you'll ever see in the UFC. Ugh.
Dave, but think about it. Two guys that had this horrific accident. I mean, Weidman did it to Silva, and here it is happening to Weidman. Like, you know when they say, like, you know, the circle of life, man, it's starting to make sense. And I'm going to tell you, I still remember another gruesome one was when, I think it was Gabriel Gonzaga when he kicked Mirko Krokop. You remember that? When Mirko Krokop's leg turned backwards but it didn't break, which was funny, which it didn't make sense. But looking at that back then, I was remembering, I'm like, man, that was disgusting. But Mirko Cro Cop walked away from it.
Weidman getting stretchered out, putting
level.
his finger in the air.
See that?
And you see him in horrible agony. He is in terrible pain. And Uriah Hall wins by TKO in the first round.
My little assistant next to me is asking me if that was legal, and I just told him, absolutely legal, and that's what we call in Muay Thai, like a proper check. And you know what? He just, it was just a bad kick by Weidman to get right on the shin. It was a bad kick, and it was a perfect block by Hall, and that's what happens. And in Muay Thai, man, you'll see a lot of breaks like that. Man, it's a tough sport, dude. MMA is it's the hurt business, and
that was horrific
and tonight, man,
stuff.
261's numbers went up.
Uriah Hall wins in 17 seconds TKO due to injury. My God, 2 straight fights ending due to some sort of ankle leg injury. Crazy.
What the hell, man? I can assure you, Dave, Jake Paul is looking at that from a distance and probably saying, fuck MMA, I'm just going to stick to boxing.
I mean, he knows he's not stepping into MMA. He's afraid of that. Uriah Hall doing the interview now, dude, he seems just sad. This isn't what he wanted.
No, for sure. No, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see a fellow athlete probably end his career that way. I think Weidman is done, dude.
I don't know. Maybe.
Here you can hear. Wow, man, that's sad, man. It's really sad for Weidman, man, and for his family as well. Watching the fights, I mean, right now there's no way that they could get in touch with him because he's being it's emergency, and you don't know what obviously they're gonna put a plate, they're gonna put screws, they're gonna do exactly what they did to Anderson Silva, which is gonna take about a year of rehabilitation and all the rest of the stuff, but we're not gonna see Weidman. I really doubt we'll see Weidman coming back into the fight game. And if he does, I mean, there's no point, dude. There's no point. Not at his age. And Dave, are you there?
Yeah, of course. I hear you.
There?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Are you okay?
But
yeah, I get you.
Perfectly well.
I get you, man. I mean, it's think about, I think Weidman might be in trouble. 36 years of age. An injury like that, a leg break, I mean, he's definitely going to be out for at least a year now. You might be right. It could be the end of his career. That's a horrific way to end it. I think he'll probably come back at some point to want to fight again, but that's a tough thing to happen at 36. An injury like that, But yeah, I don't think we see Chris Weidman at a main event level. He was trying to come back and do a championship run, but after this, it's going to be really tough to come back from. Really tough. And Uriah Hall just seems bummed out that this is the way it had to end.
Look, I'm looking at some of the comments. I'm actually looking at Papa John Simon, and he thought it's true. I remember that with Moise Alou, man, break tibia. In baseball, shit happens. Douglas Hepburn, I broke my toenail today. He knows how Weidman feels. Yeah, and somebody's saying the same thing. I think it's Dino Stakes that's saying for sure Uriah Hall is he feels bad, man. Like I said, man, no one wants to see another competitor end his career because that means that it's the end of the line, man. No more money coming in. No more money. That's it. It's done.
Well, he's got a gym that he owns, and I think he'll be all right.
Sure, but
I think he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
He's made some money.
He's not sure, he's in the millions in his career. There's no doubt about it. But you know what? It's going to take about a year of his recovery on this. Not to come back into the UFC. Probably not to go back into Bellator. He's going to probably go into doing what he does best. He's a great coach, man, a great motivator. But I feel for him, and I feel for his family because you know what? I'm sure there's a lot of concern right now. Yeah. But what a way to start a 261 with a live crowd.
What a weird way to do it. What a weird first couple of fights. What a weird way to break both of our parlays, man. That sucks even worse than everything. I mean, how about that?
Look, even all the way to Oliveira, man, getting choked out by one arm, man.
It's been a weird card.
It's an RNC.
Weird stuff is going to happen tonight. I feel like we're going to see more weird stuff. Things are going to get weird tonight. Masvidal might win.
Right,
who knows? Things are going to get weird.
These are the cards where, all of a sudden, the crowd is there. Maybe the nerves are there. People want to overperform. There's a lot of things. And when you see crazy shit happen from the prelims to now, you're right, man. Like, I think like Usman's gonna keep the belt in Nigeria, but right now, man, you never know. Who's up next, man? It's we've
Wow.
got
Yeah, it's gonna
they've
be
got to really put a
Valentina versus Andrade title fight coming up.
yeah, man.
We are only.
Listen,
I mean, both fights have ended very quickly. The first fight ended after 5 minutes. The second fight ended in 17 seconds. So unless we have a Justin Bieber concert we have to sit through, I think we're gonna get another fight here from the UFC. Thankfully, which is pretty good. I'm looking forward to this Valentina Jessica Andrade fight, which I think, quite frankly, could be fast too. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing Valentina versus Andrade.
Dave,
let's go.
Dave,
huh?
Take a look at one of the comments I just saw from Dino Steaks. What he says, I didn't know this, man. Just read that comment. Holy smokes!
Yeah, Weidman's father-in-law got run over a couple months ago at the gym and died. I don't know. I didn't hear about that, but
at Longo's gym, man, I didn't know about that. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Hey, Douglas, don't worry. No disrespect, though. Understandable, dude. Understandable. Don't worry.
Yeah, tough for Weidman.
Holy
Tough for the
smokes,
Weidman
man.
family. That sucks.
You know what, man? It's a tough sport, But like I said, man, like there's a lot of wear and tear, man. Like these guys, even though they're 36 years old, you got to look at these guys that have been in this game for like decades, just training MMA it's so difficult, man. And preparing for a fight, it's so difficult that in that fight, man, it's a totally different game. And that's the thing. They might be 36 years old, man, but there's a lot of wear and tear on them. And a lot of times you see these guys and they look a lot older than they really, what their age shows. And there's a reason for that. If you look at the Nogueira brothers, I remember they were in their 20s, man, and they look like they were like 40-year-old men. The thing is that, man, it's unfortunate. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, man, it makes you, it's hard for someone coming into coming in as a new UFC fan and like watching this for the first time and they see that leg break.
This is MMA,
like,
man.
Shit.
This is what happens.
Sure,
this is professional fighting.
Football,
these things happen. I mean, if you're a new fan and you don't like this, deal with it. This is how fighting works, AJ. Sometimes people get
absolutely.
hurt.
But the thing is that when you're watching football, you're watching hockey, like there's injuries all the time. A lot of times you don't see it because there's so many players on the field or on the ice or like on that game and a lot of action's happening and leg breaks happen all the time, but it's not as gruesome as when it's like obviously one-on-one and the camera's just focused on
I guess. I don't know. I'm not really watching other sports, so I can't really compare. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, man.
Okay.
Think about football, dude. How many injuries happen? Leg
I don't
breaks
know.
happen,
I don't watch it. I don't watch football. Neither do you.
Come on, Dave.
What are you talking about?
I watch football, man.
I don't.
I watch all sports. I love watching soccer. I love, hockey, whatever, man. Canadians lost tonight, regardless. But the thing is that shit happens in those sports. But because there's so much going on with so many players, it doesn't stand out as much unless they do a replay, which they kind of
well, they had to do the replay of that. That's how the fight ended, AJ. I don't know what the hell you're talking about right now. I wish we had Fred right now to just shout you down because you're just going on an AJ vortex, and you've taken us deep into the vortex. And could you let me finish once in a while, AJ? God damn. It's crazy. Like, I let you go and go and go, and I figure you're going to run out of steam at some point, but you don't, and then you keep talking, and then I'm like, hey, AJ, how about, and then you're just like, oh, no, Dave. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. You just.
Listen, man, what do you want me to do? Right. Give you, like, sign language or picograms of what I'm trying to say? Don't put me on now, man. Don't put me on now. Dave.
It's just you now. It's the AJ show. Take over.
Forget it, man. I do my rant. What?
Are you done now?
Full view when I'm talking.
See, that's it. When the spotlight is really on you, AJ, you wilt. You fail under the bright lights. You just want to interrupt me when I'm trying to say something, which I totally forgot what I was saying now.
Yeah, what were you going to say, man?
I don't know. I miss Fred. See, there's Fred.
Hey, listen, by the way, did you know that they... listen, Fred is building up his poll for his La Danse de Nuit Blue Nuit.
Yeah,
listen,
right.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah, Doug Hepburn saying Psycho Sid had that happen to him, too. Yeah, that's true. And it was pretty nasty, Sid jumping off the rope. That was very similar to what we just saw. That's the only thing.
I think I saw
that's
that.
a really good comparison. The Sid jumping off the second rope and busting his leg. That's a good comparison to what we just saw there with Chris Weidman, which is pretty damn nuts. Pretty damn nuts what we just saw with Weidman breaking his leg, with Smith injuring Croot's leg there, ending the fight. Like, goddamn. 2 leg injuries here to end both fights that we've seen in the first round. And now Jessica Andrade and Valentina Shevchenko are about to fight, which is awesome because it's just now 11 p.m. Eastern time, and we're already getting to the third fight of the night right away.
This is a Freddy card, man.
Let's go.
A Freddy card. He should have been on this one. But listen, not to change, but topics, but Tyron Woodley, man, has been released.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, that's it. He's a free agent right now.
That makes sense.
It's done. It does in a way, but still it sucks. I don't know, man.
I mean, why? This
sucks.
Is what happens. He's kind of
I know, man.
Older, and he's a former champion that's not going to be a champion again. He's 39 years old. He's lost 4 in a row. He just got submitted by Vicente Luque pretty easily in the last fight that he had. Like, he's lost 4 straight. He's not as effective as he once was. He seems to want to fight Jake Paul or one of those guys, so maybe he can go do that. I don't want him to do it because, he's almost 40. Maybe he should think about not fighting at all anymore. I think that makes a lot of sense. And, it's a cruel game, but the UFC is not going to pay what Tyron wants to be paid. For Tyron Woodley right now. He's not drawing money, and he's not winning fights, so the UFC is not going to keep him around. That's how the fight game works, right? What are you going to do?
Yep. I can't do much about it, man. And I was going to say another thing that popped up. I'm not sure if it's finalized yet, but it looks like Israel is going to fight Marvin Vettori after.
Yeah, that's going to happen. That is happening.
Yep.
I like Israel.
It's going to be a good one. Vettori is impressive, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. The closer it gets to that fight, we'll get a better idea.
I think Adesanya is too good for him. I think Adesanya is too good for everybody at 185. Huh?
I agree with you. But like I said, man, Vettori, like, he always impresses me. Every time he fights, like, it's one more notch, man. This guy, we'll see. If that fight happens and it's signs, I'll get a better idea of where I'm going to go with, left or right. Tonight, forget it, man. Our picks went down the flames, right away.
Well, I mean, the Weidman thing was weird.
Yeah, but that's
a
the
weird
fight game,
one,
man. Anything can happen,
Yeah, but I don't know how much that was Uriah Hall winning or Chris Weidman's leg losing,
Yeah, I think his leg lost. I mean, it was a bad kick.
Leg lost
if you
that
look
fight.
at the angle of the
it was
kick,
just
it
a
was
misplaced kick. It's a game of inches. Weird things happen. Maybe he's not getting enough calcium and his bones are not as strong, or, who knows what's going on. But I think, it's a freak injury. What are you going to do?
Shit, man.
That's what happens, man. That's the fight game. I feel bad for Weidman. He's going to have to sit out for a long time. He's going to have surgery probably tonight on his leg. That's not how you want to go out. You don't want to go to a fight, have a full training camp, come in a fight that you're the favorite, and lose in 17 seconds because your leg is broken. I mean, losing in 17 seconds sucks, but losing in 17 seconds because of that type of injury, and you're going to go to the hospital, and you're going to have surgery, and you're going to be out for a long period of time, and it might mean the end of your MMA career, like all those things piled up. It just sucks for Chris Weidman. I feel for the guy. It sucks.
Yep.
But the fight game is brutal. Good guys often lose. It's not about a nice story or a happy ending. The fight game usually doesn't have happy endings. Bet on the bad guy winning in the end. Yeah, unless you're GSP. But
unless you're Khabib.
Yeah, but very rarely do fighters have happy endings, right? And, this is just another unhappy ending for the fight game. And that's what happens. Tyron Woodley, unhappy ending. World champion at one point. Now he's released.
Like Jason said, he's the type of guy that still has that drive to fight. He'll end up in Bellator, or I'm sure Bellator right now is already calling him and whatnot, or the PFL. He's absolutely right. I mean, he still has a few more fights left in him.
He's 39.
Things didn't work out.
He's lost 4 in a row. He's 39.
Dude, I know, dude. He's 39, and he physically he looks great. It's just that the game hasn't gone his way, but he's still not done. I think Woodley will see him in Bellator or something like that. Or the PFL, for sure.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think going to the PFL is a good retirement plan. Didn't work out so well for Anthony Pettis last night. He lost his PFL debut.
Yeah, how did that go? I missed it.
He lost by decision.
No. Oh, by decision. Okay.
Yeah. Johnny North on the chat. Johnny says, Weidman insulted Anderson after breaking his leg. It's called karma. Oh.
That's what
Harsh.
I said before, man.
Did he insult Anderson after Anderson broke his leg?
Apparently,
what did he say?
That's what I heard as well.
I don't remember that.
So that's what I was trying to say is that karma comes back to get you. So if that is fact, well, here we go, man.
Yeah.
Maybe Anderson's going to send him a get well soon card. I have no idea.
Here comes Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina the Bullet. The reigning, defending UFC Women's Flyweight Champion, about to defend here against Jessica Andrade. We're all going with Valentina. I think Valentina wins this fight big time. I think Andrade is going to be a little too slow to catch up with Valentina, and Valentina picks her apart. Her movement is going to be too much.
I believe you're right, Dave.
Andrade, I don't think will be fast enough. Or who knows? Maybe Valentina will throw a head kick off Andrade's head and snap her leg in 3 places, and the fight will end. That is also possible. Considering what we've seen tonight, I could see Valentina throwing a spinning back kick and her leg staying lodged in Andrade's stomach, but the rest of the body not going with it. And then just amputation. Oof. Because the fight game has been absolutely crazy tonight. Just nuts. No one's leg is safe. I wouldn't even throw a kick tonight if I were a UFC fighter.
Yeah, seriously.
I'd be like, you know what?
Maybe a front kick. Maybe a front kick.
Not even. Forget it. Forget it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's bad karma. It's bad luck, man.
Something's up, man.
My God. Valentina's 5'5". Jessica is 5'1.5". That reach is going to be a big problem for Jessica Andrade, I think. Unless she lands a big punch and knocks her out. I mean, hey, you never know. But I think Valentina's just too skilled.
Listen, fun fact. That if people didn't hear
this better be
earlier or whatnot, it is the fun fact. There's two fun facts. One is about Johnny, and this one is about the Bullet. Look, at 12 years old, she knocked out one of her opponents at 22. So this girl, that's how she got her name, the Bullet, from her coach. This girl is fierce. There's one thing with Valentina. She's just amazing at the game. And there's no reason that she should lose tonight, but you never know, man. Maybe Jake Paul fucking sent out cosmic forces out in the universe to fuck up every combat fighter,
Jake Paul is the bad mojo on this UFC 261 card.
Yeah, he's Star Wars, the Seth. There you go.
The what?
That's what Jake is.
The
Sith?
What?
Okay, sorry, Sith.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just corrected by my staff here.
All right, Jessica.
You don't know Star Wars. You never saw it.
No.
But talk about movies. Now I'm going to get back to Johnny North. So if anyone doesn't know, Johnny North is changing his name to Johnny North Star because he has a movie coming out in sometime in the summer 2021. It's a movie called Operación Luchador. Johnny North is starring in it as a villain. He's playing some wrestler. There's a love story in there. You got Johnny oiled up. You have Nazis. You have all kinds of stuff. No joke. It's at some indie film festival, but now it's coming out at I forgot where the hell it's coming out. It's coming out on some. We'll inform you.
We don't know.
2021. Johnny North.
Okay.
Big star.
Patrick C. Hamilton wants to know if we can ban Jake Paul from this channel. I mean, I would like to. I really would like to ban Jake Paul from everything.
Would you like to get him on for an interview? Would you like to get this guy on for an interview?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I'm sure
I
a lot
don't
of our
like him.
fans would like to
I
hear.
don't like
Why
him.
not? I'd like to get
No.
like some like insight of like what goes on in his mind.
I don't think you'd get
Collecting
that from
big
an
bucks.
interview. I don't think there's much going on.
Jake
Here we
Paul,
go. Valentina and Jessica Andrade just touched the gloves. Dan Miragliotta is the ref. We've got a packed arena in Jacksonville, Florida, UFC 261.
I'm nervous,
Women's flyweight championship on the line here. Valentina the Bullet. Here we go, Valentina. AJ's got Valentina. I've got Valentina. Here comes Valentina Shevchenko. 4 minutes, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44 on my clock here in front of me watching the UFC pay-per-view with you guys.
Fun times, man. I was going to say, I'm having a blast, dude. Being with Dave Simon, I'd love to be on studio because when we're on studio, we have a lot of fun. We shoot each other with Nerf guns. We eat like M&Ms. We have Dave's coffee in-house. It's great. Dave eats his banana cake. Is it banana cake or banana bread?
Banana bread. I mean, it's cakey.
Banana bread.
Yeah.
I've never eaten it, but I probably need to stay away from it.
I'd like you to try.
No. We can't go down that route again.
The next watch along.
AJ, like I still have nightmares of cats because of that.
If I'm giving away a pair of Jordan 3s, you should eat banana bread.
Who the hell's gonna stop me after, man, if I start going local?
No one. Oh, whoa. Oh, Valentina going for a takedown, and she gets it right in the center of the octagon 90 seconds into the fight. Andrade was talking about out-grappling Valentina in this fight, taking her down, and using that as the way to win. But now Valentina's showing her, yeah, well, I'm going to do that to you. And that's what Valentina does. She can do everything, and she wants to do kind of what GSP would do, Do your strength to you. You think you're good at wrestling? I'm going to out-wrestle you. You think you're good at striking? I'm going to outstrike you. And here's Valentina just out-wrestling right in the back of Jessica Andrade, taking her down a couple of times. Now disengaging, throwing a kick. Valentina Shevchenko can do anything.
She has such a nice stance. Like, her stance is so solid. She's so light on her feet. Like, she evades everything from the kicks to the punches, man. The girl is, like, such a big fighter.
Oh, wow. Nice. Wow. Valentina is just laying it into Jessica Andrade. Andrade's looking for the clinch, looking for the takedown. Valentina defending it. Valentina's so good. I think we should be able to get back together by August, September, maybe, AJ? That's the word we're getting.
Maybe. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Wait,
another takedown from Valentina Shevchenko. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first round. It's like the third or fourth takedown of the round. 4 for 4, 100%. The fourth takedown from Valentina. Smothering her. Oh, looking for that choke. Oh, it's close. That might be under the chin. Oh, boy. She's looking for that rear naked choke. Jessica looks like she's got an air pocket and she's going to be able to slip out of it, but it's still early. They're not that sweaty. It's possible. Valentina doesn't have the right angle. Yeah, slipped out. Oh, but now she's back on her back. That's where you want to be to get that rear naked choke. Right on the back, she's got a hook in, but she doesn't have her forearm under the chin anymore, and now she's just controlling Andrade. Lost that choke. Andrade's getting back to her feet. That was close there. That was close with that rear naked choke. But she didn't quite have the back. She was a little bit on the side and wasn't able to get the right position to finish it. But she's all over Jessica Andrade. She looks much bigger. She seems stronger, which is a surprise because Andrade is super strong. Valentina is just so good. Everything she has. She's got all the physical attributes, the mental, the technical ability. It's hard
She's overwhelming. That's what it is. It's hard to fight like Valentina. She's overwhelming. Yeah. Anything you try to do, she's doing better. If she's striking, it's better. If she's defending, it's better. If she's gonna take you down, take your back, control you inside control you from top mount. There's no space. I mean, it's really, really difficult. And most people don't understand that. Andrade is like, when it comes to conditioning, this girl is a fitness freak. She starts at 7 in the morning. She doesn't end till late at night. She's training all the time. So when it comes to cardio, Andrade has it.
Mm-hmm. Valentina scored another takedown, a fifth takedown now. As this first round ends, Valentina in side control on top of Andrade, scoring 5 takedowns in the first round, a dominant first round by the champion Shevchenko. Dominant. Beautiful performance so far from Valentina Shevchenko. She's just she's sticking to Andrade. She's like a wet blanket all over her, just riding her, staying on top. As soon as Andrade gets to her feet, Valentina is right there, keeping the body lock on, just staying with that grappling pressure. She's not letting up. She's not giving her space.
And you know what? That comes from her background. Like I was saying on Thursday's show, man, this girl started at 12 years old. She started like kickboxing at 12. She was doing freestyle vale tudo at 12 years old. And if people don't understand what vale tudo is, in Brazil, it's basically a free-for-all. You can do whatever you want. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's kind of like MMA.
That's what she was doing.
It's basically MMA.
Exactly. And that's what she did. She knocked out a 22-year-old
she's been fighting
at that
forever.
time.
Yeah, Valentina has been fighting her whole life. This is what she does. This is what she was born to do. And she's doing it again. And I really like the strategy of taking Andrade down early in the fight, trying to tire her out, because the longer this goes, staying on top and forcing Andrade to defend the takedowns and work from bottom, the more tired Andrade will get and the less power she'll have as the fight goes on. And the most dangerous thing with Jessica Andrade is her power. So if you take that power away from her, tire her out, by the 3rd or 4th round, I mean, she's going to be done. She's going to have no energy left. And again, Valentina starts out the 2nd round very quickly, getting the takedown. Less than a minute in, less than 30 seconds in, she got that takedown, and she's on top of Andrade in a half guard. Just controlling it's a smart strategy to stay on top of somebody with a lot of power, whose main weapon is power, because as this 5-round fight wears on, you're going to tire them out. Right, AJ? Working from the bottom is it's exhausting.
It's exhausting, man. One wrong move and it's over. But you know what?
And you're fighting not only your opponent on top of you, but gravity as well. Right? Because you're on the bottom. And it's just not where you want to be right now for Andrade. She's continuing to get dominated right now by Valentina.
I was going to say, I just saw Tom Brady in the crowd. I mean, you have everybody out here tonight.
Maybe Tom Brady should fight Jake Paul.
Nah, it's going to be another embarrassment. Jake Paul, because Jake Paul, I know that there's a lot of people that
I think it would be funny to see Tom Brady knocked unconscious by Jake Paul. Don't you think that would be funny?
Man?
I don't know. I'd like
Brady's
to see it.
Brady's a champ, man.
So?
No.
I mean,
you know what? You
think
need
of the ratings,
AJ.
Think of the ratings.
Smoke that guy.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. That's what Jake Paul wants. It's all about the ratings. Man, if we had a couple of million YouTube followers, one of us could fucking fight this guy. Mind you, he's 200 pounds, so the guy that we should choose is
he's too big for me, and I'm not a great boxer. I think he'd beat me in a boxing match. That's why I don't want to fight Jake Paul. People are like, "Oh, Dave, you should fight Jake Paul." I'm like, "No, I would lose." Did you not see what he did to Ben Askren? He was big. He's very big.
Pounds, man.
Yeah, he's way bigger than me. He's got a lot of, and he's pretty good. I would lose a fight to Jake Paul, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Would I lose a jiu-jitsu match to Jake Paul? Would I lose a jiu-jitsu match to Jake Paul? That I'm not sure about. That, boxing match, probably I'd lose. I mean, boxing match, definitely I'd lose, but a jiu-jitsu match, I think I'd probably beat him.
You better beat him, man.
Yeah, I would.
Man,
I don't know. Maybe he's a good. I think he's got a high school wrestling background. He might be decent.
Wrestling.
Valentina right now has a crucifix on Jessica Andrade, and she is raining down punches and elbows, and Jessica cannot move. This fight is very close to getting stopped because Andrade cannot escape this crucifix position. It's over! It's over.
Valentina.
Second round TKO. Valentina Shevchenko finishes Jessica Andrade from the crucifix position. Punches and elbows. Andrade could not escape the position. It wasn't that she was taking a ton of damage, but she was taking so many unanswered shots, and she could no longer intelligently defend herself. She was stuck taking shots, and when you're stuck taking shots, you're going to lose a fight. The ref is going to step in. Beautiful crucifix position. Great control. Great strategy by Valentina Shevchenko to ground and pound and beat up Jessica Andrade and get the win. Very nice win there for Valentina Shevchenko. TKO victory with about a minute and 40 seconds left in the second round. Didn't take long, under 10 minutes, and Valentina Shevchenko finishes another one. One of the most dominant champions we've ever seen in the UFC. You gotta love Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko. Speaks like 3-4 languages. She can dance around. She can hit like a monster. She can grapple. She's a brilliant fighter, a very smart lady. She could shoot guns like nobody's business. I mean, Valentina is a beast. And I love how she controls the one arm with her legs, of course, for the crucifix, but then the other arm she's controlling with her arms. She's controlling with the one hand, the grip there, and as Jessica tried to move her hand away to escape the crucifix and the punches, Valentina switches to an Americana real quick to kind of threaten that Americana, and Andrade knows, oh shit, I'm about to get Americana, so she kind of reverses her position, but it just keeps her stuck. It was really smart grappling, smart top game control by Valentina. When Andrade looked to kind of shoot out with her arm, she switched the grip, went for Americana. Jessica realized that, had to shoot back out her arm, and that's when Valentina was able to just keep landing punches. She had her trapped. It was checkmate. That's what it was. It was a checkmate position. It was beautiful. That's chess. That's the chess game of mixed martial arts. Valentina Shevchenko had Andrade in checkmate. You're stuck in that bottom crucifix position. You're either going to take punches and get TKO'd, or I'm going to grab your arm and I'm going to Americana you. It's your choice, and Andrade took the TKO. Checkmate from Valentina Shevchenko, who I'm in awe of. Vicious. I love her.
Vicious, man. And did you see how she was using her head to control that arm? When she's raining those freaking shots, it was ridiculous. That was like a master class in MMA, man. You know.
And the Yankees just won too. I just got a text from my brother with Frank Sinatra's face on it, which means the Yankees just won. We just send each other pictures of Frank Sinatra when the Yankees win. Play that Sinatra, because when the Yankees win, they played New York, New York in
Hold Blue Eyes
in the Bronx. They play that New York, New York. So when the Yankees win, you play that Sinatra, and the Yankees just won, which, like, I'm surprised I'm getting the text now. It seems kind of late. Did the game just end? How long was this game? Seems kind of late for a ball game.
Look at her dance. I love it.
Or did that just happen earlier today? When did this game end? They beat the Indians 2-1.
Look at the bullet, man. Her dancing is incredible. Look at that girl go, man.
Yeah, I love her.
5-star for dancing, so cool. Man.
Valentina Shevchenko is so damn cool. What a victory. What a champion. Oh, Rogan's asking her what's next because there's no real number one contender right now.
Right, she likes to surprise people.
So... No weakness. That's right. Valentina's like, everybody's trying to find a weakness of mine. Don't waste your time. There is no weakness. And then Joe Rogan's like, what's next for you? You know, who do you want next? There's no clear number one contender. She's like, whoever's next, whatever. And Rogan's like, what did he say exactly? What was the word? He used an expression that she'd understand. just bring it or bring it on. I think he said bring it on. And she's like, huh? And he's like, bring it on. And she's like, what? I don't understand. He's like, you don't know that phrase? She's like, no, bring it on. That was funny. Fun little moment with Valentina and Rogan. Honestly, if Weili Zhang beats Rose Namajunas tonight, I'd like to see her move up and fight Valentina. I think that should be the next fight. I really do. And even if Rose wins, like Rose and Valentina would be fine. Because we've seen Valentina move up and fight Amanda Nunes twice, and she's lost. They were close fights, but I don't know if we need to see that again necessarily. If Weili Zhang can beat Rose Namajunas tonight, then she's beat Joanna, she's beat Rose, she's beat the top contenders at 115, moving up to 125 to fight Valentina. Like, if Weili Zhang looks super impressive tonight, you wouldn't want to see Weili Zhang versus Valentina Shevchenko? I think that could be a big fight. AJ, are you there?
What's that? Yeah, no, I was just like listening to what she was saying in like different languages. Oh. She basically, what I like what she said is that people want to know what her weakness is, and she basically said,
yeah,
I've got no weaknesses.
How about what I just said? But, like, how about what I just said about Valentina versus Weili Zhang if Weili can win tonight? Or even Valentina versus Rose?
I think it would be awesome. Either or. It would be an awesome fight.
Cool.
Wow, what a fighter. I was just... Are you listening to Andrade talk?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I was trying to talk to you, but,
Sorry,
you're not paying attention, so that's fine.
I was tuned out.
Oh, my God. They're showing Jake Paul and some guy sitting next to him. Who's the guy next to him?
Here, let me see.
I don't know, but they had Jonathan Cheban, that food guy, was behind them. And there's Nick Diaz. And there's Justin Gaethje. And a man in a cowboy hat and suspenders. I don't know who he is. Oh, they won sweepstakes. The man in the hat and suspenders, they won some sort of thing like to UFC, win tickets for the show. Nick Diaz in attendance. I'd like to see Nick Diaz go over and just beat up Jake Paul. Have just a massive brawl. First event with the crowd back. Let's have a massive brawl in the crowd with Nick Diaz, his friends, and Jake Paul and his friends. Let's do that. That's what I'd like to see. I mean, this is what UFC crowds are all about. Massive brawls between fighters and celebrities. This is what we all paid to see on pay-per-view. This is why we tune in. We don't tune in to see these cool fights. We tune in to see Nick Diaz run wild. If Nick Diaz is on pay-per-view, I want to see him run wild. I don't want to see him just sitting there looking baked.
Listen, man, that shit would have happened last Saturday. Things like that happened like last Saturday. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
What?
Mr. Highlight. No, I saw the guy with the suspenders and the cowboy hat.
Oh, my God. How far behind are you?
Are you sure he's not part of the that television show about the Amish?
What? Breaking Amish?
Yeah, Breaking Amish.
That show's looks so like weird. I like that we both know about that. Oh, my God.
You know what we should do? If we make our way down south, we should go like to the Midwest, I should say. We should go visit one of those camps. It'd be great. Me, you, Freddie, Johnny North, and Glenn going to an Amish camp. Other than Vegas, but you know what I'm talking about.
My buddy Sandro wants to know if Antonina Shevchenko, Valentina's sister, married the coach. And yes, she did. She is married to one of the coaches, Pavel Fedotov. Who's so it's all in the family there. The coach is the brother-in-law.
Well, he's the guy that called Valentina the Bullet. He was the first guy to say that or come up with that name.
So yes, fighting is in that family. The sisters fight. They marry the coach. You know, the guy the sister married the coach. Like Valentina, I think, is married to fighting and just kind of beating people senseless. My God, she's a monster.
It's kind of like Angelil that married Celine Dion, you know, that kind of stuff.
What? I mean, not exactly. I don't think it's exactly that. I mean, I don't.
Close enough.
That's a weird reference to make. I don't know. I don't know what the age difference is there. But...
Oh, there was a big difference, man.
Well, yeah, with Renee and Celine, but I don't know about Pavel and Valentina.
I don't think it's much. Yeah, a couple of years difference between the two.
All right. I don't know, AJ. I think you're just talking shit.
Look
again.
at Florida, man. It's all. Look at that, man. Looking at Florida, it's rock and roll there, man. No one's worried about COVID. No one. I thought,
Yeah,
you know
I think
what?
they're
I thought
roughly
the
the
UFC
same
was
age.
gonna.
I think the coach might be like a little bit older than Antonina, but like not much. So,
Dave, you know what I thought Dana White was gonna do? He was gonna issue masks to everyone coming in tonight with like the UFC logo, which I thought would have been great for marketing, anyways. But no, they didn't do it.
Derek John says Antonio Brown was with Jake Paul. Who is Antonio Brown? Is he a football player? I think he's a football player, right? Does he play in the NFL? AJ, do you know? Are you there, AJ?
Antonio Brown. Yeah. No.
All
I'm
right.
just looking at some of
Cool.
the comments here, bud.
My man Alice Shank says banana bread is the best. What are we talking about banana bread for? Did you talk about
We were
banana
talking
bread?
about it earlier, man.
You were.
Yeah, remember you said you were going to give me some banana bread, but
yeah,
my banana bread, and I'm not sure if Alex Shank is talking about the kind of banana bread I like that are made by like my grandmother and things like that. But Dave's banana bread is
Dave's
homemade
special
banana bread
is
with
really good.
With
Sandro would like it.
With like a little bit of sprinkle of hemp.
Although Sandro once had some of Dave's special cookies, and like he didn't have a good time. I remember he was like, "Oh, this is not good." It was too much. I think it was too much. He had like a cookie or two, or maybe I think a couple of times he had like, I made us some cookies, and he had them, and he was stuck on the couch for a while. I think. Right? Sandro can confirm, or maybe not confirm the story because it's possible that he forgets. But I do remember a story where he had some of my special cookies that I'd made for him, and then he went to a bar, and then he immediately had to leave because it was like, nope, this is not happening. Sometimes, when that thing kicks in, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta be alone for a while.
I know how Sandro feels. I didn't eat no banana bread. I didn't eat any banana cookies.
Oh, you should try the banana bread, AJ.
I got hotboxed by Dave and Fred when we were at TSN in a bus booth yapping about the show, not knowing that I was inhaling all kinds of like secondhand smoke. And then the night went crazy for me. I'll never forget the night. I still have nightmares. I told you, I wasn't joking. I still have nightmares about cats and losing papers. And
yeah.
I lost Muscles Marco.
Look,
I don't even know how I ended up on that show.
We go
deep. You
guys,
man, you got me good, man. I'll tell you that much. But that whole night was trying to figure out what floor the show was on, and I ended up in the basement, and there were fucking cats all over the place. Cats in the hallway. It's crazy, man.
Here comes Thug Rose. I love Thug Rose Namajunas. How could you not? No one has her demeanor. No one walks to the cage like her. No one does the weigh-in stare down like her. No fighter acts like Rose. She's like sweet and nice outside of the cage. She doesn't seem, I don't know, there's something different about Rose Namajunas. She's like sensitive, Like she doesn't seem as hard outside of the cage. She's different, She's a different type of fighter, but she is a goddamn animal in that cage. Like she's a beast. She is a tremendous fighter, and she's so skilled. She's so, she just moves around that cage so beautifully. She's got great footwork. She is just so well-rounded. She's such a great fighter, but her demeanor is really unlike any other fighter. She doesn't try to play hard or play tough or play mean or any of that stuff like so many of them do, right? There's no attitude with Rose. There's no ego. It's just martial arts. She's one of the purest martial artists in the sports, I think. In the sport, She's all about her skill and technique and winning fights and shit like that. I got a lot of respect for her. A lot of respect.
No, you're right.
No.
She's like the female George St. Pierre, if you want to look at it that way. A lot of talent, man. A lot of talent. Probably one of the most liked fighters in the game, like I said. Coming from a really hard background, this girl has done it all, but when she fights, she likes to keep things like ugly. If she gets to her style of game, man, she can win this fight. But when you look at it overall, I mean, if you really had to put it down like we did, we went with Wei Li for a reason. And that's the thing with Wei Li. Wei Li is another one that hasn't changed. As a champion, she's stayed the same. She's been training like crazy, really working on her weak points, as she says, and she's been focusing on that. So you've got two highly skilled fighters. One's gonna win, one's gonna not, and hopefully it's a good fight. And even if you lose well.
Yeah, you always hope for a good fight. Nobody get too seriously hurt in it, and we see some good skills and a variation of techniques, man. That's what we're always looking for. I also picked Zhang Wei Li to win. I think she wins. I think this is going to be a close fight, though. I think this one goes all 5 rounds. Rose is really tough to put away. She's very durable.
Yep.
I think this is very much like the Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight. I think a lot of this is going to stay standing, and Zhang Wei Li is going to outpoint her. Zhang Wei Li is very, very good. Joanna Jędrzejczyk tweeting out, "Let's see who I'll be fighting next." That's interesting. Watch out, Joanna. I'm telling you, Zhang Wei Li, if she wins this fight here with Rose and she wins it convincingly, like if it's not a decision and she finishes Rose Namajunas, I wouldn't mind seeing her go up and fight Valentina. It's a 10-pound weight gap. I think it makes sense. Valentina's going to be much bigger, but, it's not a bad fight. I could see that fight happening. But I could also see the rematch because that Zhang Wei Li Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight was amazing, and it was very close. And I could see Joanna getting the shot. Right? I could see Joanna just getting the shot at the winner because she's had close fights with both of them. Like the last Joanna Rose fight was incredible and it was really tight. And then that fight with Zhang Wei Li and Joanna last year was fight of the year, super tight. Joanna's in the mix. That's a weird thing with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Like, she can lose these title fights, but nobody else is beating her, and she's just waiting around for the next shot.
I just saw a comment come up, and someone's so confident with Rose that they put $20,000 on a bet. $20,000, man, for Rose to win this fight.
Where did you see that?
Some guy. I just saw it on one of the pop-ups. I don't want to say the name because it's another betting site.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Somebody put 20,000 on Rose Namajunas?
20. Yep.
Well, our buddy Glenn McKenzie had money on Jessica Andrade tonight. That didn't work out for him. He took Andrade.
Well, he's doing his hot tub thing.
Yeah, he put some serious money on an Andrade, Weili Zhang, and Jorge Masvidal parlay that I was like, I don't know about that, man. I wouldn't bet against Valentina Shevchenko, but the payout was huge, right? The payout was gigantic, and he's like, that's how you win big money. He's not wrong.
$2,000.
But Valentina seemed like a pretty solid lock. She was my lock of the night, right? Valentina was a lock of the night that I gave on Thursday. She's pretty much a guaranteed win every time she goes out. But look, Zhang Wei Li is 5'4". She's not that much shorter than Valentina at 5'5". She's got a reach disadvantage, but the size difference wouldn't be that much.
Yeah, 2-inch.
If she wins tonight, man, if Weili Zhang wins tonight, I could see her fighting Valentina next. Depends how this fight goes, but that's a super fight to me. That's a big one because Valentina needs a challenge, man. At 125, there's nobody. She's beat everybody. She's just smoking the whole division. So,
big time.
You got to find something else to do for Valentina.
Dave, I was going to say something else here.
Okay.
Man, look at those tracksuits from Venom, man. Aren't they awesome?
They're nice. Yeah, I like them.
They're really nice, man. UFC Venom suits are awesome. We should get a couple, man. Throw it out to the team, Dave. Don't be a cheap boss.
What are you talking about?
I'll take
buy you a suit?
Medium.
I'm not buying
you
a Venom suit.
Come on.
You know how much those things are?
I wonder how much they are, man.
They're probably a lot.
Really nice.
They're probably a lot. UFC stuff is always ridiculously overpriced for what it is. Well, I don't know why.
like, not to say too much trash against Reebok, but man, Reebok stuff was just like so bland, man, and just like nothing really that you'd want to go out and buy. I actually have a UFC Reebok bag, which is pretty decent. Other than that, man, like their clothing wear wasn't that great. But man, Venom puts out some nice stuff.
Yeah, I like it. It's nicer than the Reebok stuff. I agree. But here is the UFC store. It's $150
Let's see
for
how
a
much
hoodie.
it's worth.
It's $150.
That's it. Oh, for the hoodie.
Just for the hoodie.
Damn. So then the pants are another.
And this might be American dollars
$100.
too. I think this is U.S. dollars, which in Canada
you're looking at about $200 for the tracksuit.
Are you kidding? How much are the pants? It's like $150 just for the jacket, man. Just for the jacket, it's $150 US. You want me to buy this for you? It's gonna cost me $400. I'm not buying you a tracksuit. Buy your own tracksuit.
We should start saying nice things about Jake Paul. Maybe he'll start throwing some money our way.
Nah.
No? Okay.
I can't say nothing nice about Jake Paul. Hit us up on Super Chat so we can buy AJ a tracksuit. All right, that's what the money for Super
Not only
Chat
for
goes
me,
into
man.
tonight.
I'm talking me,
tracksuit
you,
for AJ.
Reddy, Johnny North, Uncle Ben.
Here we go. Rose
Johnny
and Zhang Wei Li. Round 1. 4 minutes, 56,
go,
55, 54, 53, 52, 51. And the fight is on. 115-pound world championship right now.
Come on, man.
Rose moving around. Man, Rose has got skinny legs, man. I'm worried about skinny legs tonight. Everybody's getting their legs snapped.
Brian
Rose's
Firth
legs
in the
look too
house.
skinny. Shout out to Brian Firth. You know what I mean? Seen too many scary leg breaks, and Rose's legs look real skinny.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking the same thing, actually.
But you know what?
Man,
he gives her length,
I hope Weidman
and she
is
moves
okay.
real well on them, and I think she'll be fine. Yeah, I feel bad for Weidman. But after seeing that Weidman thing, like, I'm almost traumatized. I don't want anybody to hurt their legs again. It was horrible. And they're throwing a lot of leg kicks right now. Zhang Wei Li throwing some leg kicks to Rose. Rose trying to get close to her, but... Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Head kick from Rose. It's over! Holy shit! She just knocked her out with a head kick in the first round! Holy shit! Rose Namajunas! Thug Rose! Thug Rose! Head kick! Done!
What the fuck?
Oh, my
What's
God!
Going on
Wei
tonight,
Li
man?
Zhang is disputing the finish. She's angry. She is saying it's bullshit, but her legs are wobbly. She was hurt. Oh, I got to see that again, but this fight is over. Referee Keith Peterson, who Dominic Cruz has accused of smelling like beard cigarettes in the cage, did call a stop to this fight. So, you know, I don't know. But Wei Li Zhang is pissed. Rose Namajunas is elated. This fight didn't last 2 minutes. Head kick. Okay. Oh!
I'm rewatching it.
Big left head kick from Rose. And she throws punches on the ground, and Wei Li is not there. Wei Li, she's not there. She can't dispute it. She's out. I mean, her head smacks down against the canvas, and she's like kind of face down, and Rose is landing punches, and Wei Li is not responding. She's not defending. She's not doing anything. She's getting just punched in the face. She didn't take that many punches, but goddamn, after you get head kicked like that, if you don't move and you don't defend and show you're there and you're still getting punched and you're not moving like that, the referee's going to stop the fight. That's a good stoppage. That's a good stoppage. Oh, my God. Rose Namajunas has done it again. Champion again. Second time, Thug Rose. Oh, my
Man, it didn't
goodness.
even seem like it was that heavy of a kick because it rose, just like Rose. It rose up, and it looked like almost a snap kick to the temple. It didn't look like there was like a lot of heaviness into that kick, but it was enough to knock like Wei Li out. She was wobbly. There's no doubt about it. She was out. The ref did a great job of stopping it. But holy shit. You know there's going to be a rematch. No doubt about it. A rematch
Probably.
is going to happen.
Because this is what Rose did to Joanna. Remember Rose, big underdog against Joanna, stopped her in the first round. They did an immediate rematch. It went to a decision. Rose won. It was close. But I think we probably do an immediate rematch here. Oh, my God.
Is that
Rose Namajunas, what a fighter. Oh, my God. What a performance. What a kick. She's crying in the cage. She's so happy. This is a beautiful moment. This is a UFC moment right here. This is a Hall of Fame level moment. Her second world championship. She's champion again.
Holy shit.
She gets the belt back. She's crying in the cage as Dana wraps it around her waist. And Bruce Buffer announces her name. This is a beautiful moment right here. Crowd going crazy. I got to hear her talk to Joe Rogan.
She started Taekwondo at 5 years old, and that kick, man, was like perfect Taekwondo. It just, on the money, done. 5 years old, man. And here she is a champion today.
Weili Zhang is no joke, man. Weili Zhang is no joke. Rose just stopped her in the first. Weili Zhang was 21-1 going into this fight on a 21-fight win streak. 21 straight victories, and she gets stopped here in the first round with a head kick, followed up with punches for a TKO loss in the first round. Thug Rose.
This is nuts.
What a night. Everything's ending in the first round. We haven't had a fight go past the first round. Oh, no, wait. The last fight did. It went into the second round. But, like, goddamn, not much into the second round. Everything is ending so quickly. This is crazy.
Yeah, it was a good stop. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah, very good stoppage.
Weili's disappointed.
No. Yeah,
man,
she was mad, and I needed to see the replay to be sure. But, yeah, it was a good stoppage, man. Weili got kicked in the head. And when she dropped, she was not there. And Rose followed up with punches, and Weili did not respond, and that's how you lose.
Jesus, what a night, man. What a way to start. 261 with a full crowd. Tonight is the night of, like, question marks, man. And you know who's actually winning the parlay? I think Penny the Cat is actually, I think the Cat took Rose on this.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. It's nice for a cat.
Got to give a shout out to the Penny, man.
Okay. Wow.
But you know what? As we said on Thursday, man, this is such a hard fight to really pick. You know, it could have been either or. We went with Weili with a slight favorite.
No, the cat didn't pick.
You know
the cat didn't pick.
No.
Rose, and the cat picked Weidman. So I don't know. There's a cat who follows us on Twitter, I think, and sends us the picks. And they took Weidman and didn't take Rose. So you're wrong again, AJ.
Okay, Penny.
Getting your facts wrong.
Well, I wasn't sure, but listen, man, I'm just going by what I see so many things during the week and the day. I just know that Penny was doing pretty well at one point, but not tonight, man. Man, did you see Weili's leg bend? I thought that was going to be another like bad incident. As she keeled over, her leg was like it folded over her body.
Yeah, her leg kind of
bent, like what Gonzaga did to Mirko Krokop with the leg. Jesus, Tug Rose, man. I'm happy for her.
Oh, weird stuff is happening tonight, man. Weird stuff is happening. Masvidal's next. Weird stuff has been happening tonight.
Shit.
Wow.
She did it again, man.
She did it again. Unbelievable. What a moment.
Man, did you see Rogan go wild when she won?
Yeah, I mean, I went wild. Did you see me? That was crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I was just in shock. I'm like, damn. I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. We really thought if anybody was going to win this fight, it would go the distance. But
yeah,
like
I thought it would go the distance and Zhang Weili would win, man. Or maybe Rose would. But that kick was so perfect, right on the jaw. Wow, a thing of beauty. And I was talking about those long, skinny legs, and I was worried because we've seen so many people get hurt. But Man, they work for head kicks, man. They work for head kicks. Good God Almighty. Now, Zhang Weili thought she was still there, but look, you got to intelligently defend. It's not about being knocked unconscious. It's about taking a big shot that drops you. You were dropped for a reason, and then you were hit with more punches that you didn't defend. I mean, that's how you lose. I can understand Zhang Weili being upset, not wanting to lose that way, but it's a legit.
Look,
that's a legit normal. Stoppage. That's a
reaction.
Win.
Yeah, absolutely. He did absolutely right. The ref did. It was perfect.
And I understand Zhang Weili being upset. There. You know, sure, she got her bell rung.
Wow. Look. It's going to be hard for her. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow in a sense, but for sure a rematch is going to happen at some point this year. But you know what? Kudos to Rose, man. This is awesome. She has a huge following. And like I said, man, she reminds me of the female version of George St. Pierre, and here she is. She's loving it. She beat a tough competitor, man, in the first round. No one could have predicted that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I mean, somebody might have, but that was pretty impressive. That guy who bet 25,000 or whatever on Rose, he predicted it. So there you go. Whatever.
Holy smoke!
That's a big payout. See
that guy dancing the Valentina dance? I'm sure he's been dancing nonstop. He's probably still dancing. Imagine
Rose
what the
by knockout
would
have been good. Yeah, that would have been good. Too bad I didn't bet that. I'd be a lot richer tonight.
20 grand, man.
Mm-hmm. Masvidal and Usman is next, man. It's not even midnight. Hell yeah. Let's get this show on the road. I like this fast-moving UFC pay-per-view. They're on the East Coast, too, in Jacksonville, so.
What a crazy night, man. We've got Jake Paul and everything. I read a comment saying that Cormier says he would go over and slap Jake Paul's face. That was and then it got out of control. So
yeah.
Let's see what happens at the end of this fight, man.
Yeah,
you never know. There might be another fight, another main event that's going to happen outside of the octagon. Listen, man, you never know what can happen. Jake Paul's the type of guy that can pull some shit just to get noticed, eh?
Yeah. Well, I doubt he does anything because he knows that if he tries, he'll get hurt very badly because
there's a lot of security there. He's got a lot of security too, right?
Yeah. My buddy Sandro says he got mashed a few times with my cookies. Yes, he did. I think he's a little behind on the stream too. I don't know if he's live and caught up with us because
guy.
Who?
Machine Gun Kelly.
I don't like Machine Gun Kelly. That guy's terrible. That guy is purely awful, Machine Gun Kelly. I remember when Kevin Owens powerbombed him off the stage on Raw one time. That was pretty good. That's the best thing Machine Gun Kelly's ever done. That diss song that Eminem did to him was pretty funny, so I guess that was good. Eminem, demolished him. Machine Gun Kelly tried coming at Eminem, and then Eminem was like, oh, yeah? Watch this. And he just ripped him. It was pretty funny. Imagine trying to battle Eminem in some sort of rap battle. It's just not smart. The guy is pretty good at that. It's pretty good.
Well, the real
better than Machine Gun Kelly at least, right? Come on. Take it easy, AJ. Take it easy. I saw Eminem is starting to sell NFTs. Today. AJ, what do you know about NFTs?
Woo.
Yeah, you don't even know what that
TRT.
Is, do you? Yeah.
I know TRT.
Yeah, see, this is why you're terrible. You know, I need you to be like the marketing web, component to this show. You'd be able to sell tweets and sell pictures of me for millions of dollars. NFTs, man.
Day,
NFTs. We need to get in on the NFT market. We need to start selling NFTs. I think that's where the big money is. But I don't really understand why or what they are or what's going on. But I know that a lot of people are making money buying and selling these things. And I'm not really sure how or why. And I'm not surprised that you've never heard of an NFT. I'm not surprised at all. because you've also like never ordered anything online because you don't know how. So you're like not the best with, you know, new technology. But
so it's a non-fungible token. That's what it's called.
Fungible.
Fungible. It's a unit of data stored on a digital ledger called a blockchain.
I mean, I could read that too. Do you know what a blockchain is? Do you know how to work blockchain?
Such as photos, video, and audio.
How many Bitcoin do you own?
One. What was going to say? Let me see.
No, you don't. You wish you did. You'd be
Listen,
so
man,
rich
I'm going to tell you, I wish I would have bought more Bitcoin back in the days when they were selling at hardly anything.
Yeah. Dino Steak says Vitor should sell a TRT NFT.
So here we go.
That makes sense.
Man. So you want to be in the same company as Ellen DeGeneres. So basically it says Ellen DeGeneres is jumping on the NFT craze.
Everybody's doing it. WWE, everybody's doing it. It's like pictures that you own, I think. I don't even understand it really.
Look how many pictures AJ has. I have all kinds of pictures. Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, but
what more do you want?
Well, that's it. Your Harvey Keitel pictured. Your Harvey Keitel picture. I think we could sell as an NFT and maybe make money off of it. But I don't think like we'd make the money. It'd be like the person who bought it could then resell it for a profit. I don't know if we'd actually make a lot of money off of it, but maybe we would. How about the
video with Harvey Keitel when I'm in the car?
Well, I don't know how to do blockchain, AJ, and neither do you. Yeah, well, you could sell that video. Sell the video as an NFT, and like maybe you can make money off of it, but I'm not really sure how or why.
Well, the best was I wish like Mark would have been videotaping when I told Harvey Keitel about Epstein, and I'm like, hey, you know that guy Epstein went to jail and all that kind of talk? It's pretty interesting. There was a lot of conversation that day, dude. I'm telling you, I enlightened Harvey Keitel with a lot of shit about this world.
I'm sure you did.
But he told me a couple of good stories, man. That guy's an awesome guy, man. You know what? I want to be Harvey Keitel when I'm older. When I'm older, I'm going to walk around with sunglasses.
Aren't you his age now?
I'm going to walk around with maybe... I'm going to tell you, dude, this guy was
By the way, you're the only member of the Ringside Report team, the entire team, everybody. Yeah. Although I think Glenn is eligible too because he's like in your age
don't tell
bracket.
Me about the vaccine again.
I think you and Glenn are the only eligible members to get it. I mean, Johnny and I would get it if we could, but we can't get it. Fred, I don't know if he would get it if he could, but he's not of the age where they're allowed to get it. He's allowed to get it yet, but it's 45 and up. So, AJ, you are in that age group, and, you know, you could get the vaccine. I would like a vaccine. I'd like to be able to do things and live life and be normal. You give me a shot, I'll take it. If it's got steroids in it, even better. Whatever you got in there, I'm taking it. I'm ready to do experimental drugs. It's fun for me. Yeah, whatever. I don't care what it is. Just give it to me. I'll be fine. I'm pretty sure that it'll be fine. I get the flu shot anyways. I'm not worried about these things.
Why are you getting the flu shot at your age?
Why not?
Like, seriously,
why not? Johnny North says Trailer Park Boys are selling NFTs with Triller. Is that true, or are you trolling me, John? That sounds like something that John would be trolling me with. I don't even know. I don't even know. But I'm telling you, AJ, like, if I could, I would get it. I know Johnny would get it, and he's going to get it as soon as he can.
Johnny's not going to get that.
Yes, he will.
No.
Guarantee.
Johnny's going to get, like...
Johnny, are you going to get it? Johnny's watching right now. We'll ask Johnny. Johnny, are you going to get the shot? Say, yes, I will get the shot when I am able. But AJ is not getting the shot for one reason or another, and I'm not going to pressure you into it. I'm just saying that I'm not really talking about the shot. I'm just talking about how old you are. You're the only old guy on the show who's allowed to get the shot, but you're not getting it. I would get it. Like, I'm a little annoyed because, like, I mean, AJ's not taking his, so, like, just give it to me. I'll take it now. You know, give me the first one. I'll get the second one in a few months, and then I'll be good to go. And then I could do whatever I want again. I could watch UFC pay-per-views in an arena again. I could go back to normal life. Like, I don't know. I don't think the shot's going to kill me. Dave. So I'm just like, yo, give me that shit. Stick it into my veins so that I can live normal again and everything can be fine. Like, just give it to me so that I could go and do shit again. Because I'm tired of living like a fucking caged animal, right? So you aren't getting a shot, and I'm like, yo, just give it to me. Johnny says yes. I don't know what he's saying yes to. I think he's saying yes to the shot. Johnny's definitely going to get the shot as soon as he can. I'd get it too. Like, I'm down to get it. A lot of people are, like, you know, getting it, and they seem fine. but I'm not old enough to get it in this area. I know a lot of people in the States, like anybody 18 and over can get it pretty much, which is
that's why
amazing.
it's happening in Florida, because I think
but
in Florida, like it's over 60.
Yeah, a lot of people have the shot,
percent
so
of the
it's fine.
Floridians have gotten,
well, that's it. And look, they have full arenas. Meanwhile, we're stuck.
You know what? It's making me think.
We are stuck indoors. We can't leave the house past 8 p.m. where we live, man. You know?
It's food for thought, bud.
And Doug Hepburn says he's getting his shot on Wednesday. Shout out to Doug getting his shot on Wednesday.
Doug.
Congratulations. And Johnny asks a very good question. So AJ is AJ allowed back in studio without a vaccine?
Johnny,
I'm going to say no.
Cause trouble? I gave you a promo
say no.
for your movie. Now you opened up a can of worms, Johnny. Now you did it. Why'd you have to go there, Johnny? Why'd you have to go there?
I am for vaccine passports to enter my home. If you haven't been vaccinated, you're not allowed to enter. All right,
listen,
AJ?
I'm going to tell you.
I won't let you in.
Hear the craziest part? Listen, there's some jiu-jitsu gyms out west that are not allowing any new members or any members that have taken the vaccine. Did you know that?
That they're not allowing members who have taken it?
That have taken the vaccine.
What?
They're not allowing them to train.
Well,
yeah, because there's
weird.
some kind of liability with insurance that if there is any side effects and whatever, and something happens to
whatever.
In the gym,
weird.
So there's all that kind of shit, man.
Weird gyms and weirdo gym owners with their weird, like the two guys that you've seen on your Facebook group or whatever. It's not legitimate information what you're giving, and it's all nonsense. Who cares about those gyms? Go to a different gym, okay? But the word is, if you want to come back in studio here, you're gonna have to get those shots, boy.
Johnny, I'm telling you now.
Thanks, John.
Got me mad. This is the first time I'm mad at Johnny.
Well, Johnny's right. And, I'm pretty sure that'd be the way. Because, I don't make the rules around here. Other people make the rules. And, as far as I'm concerned, I'd have you in here right now without a shot or whatever. But Johnny is right. Safety first. You're not allowed back in studio without getting the vaccine. Kamaru Usman is dancing his way to the octagon. And we all know what dancing means. Means you're about to lose.
That's not a good sign, man.
My parlay has been completely destroyed tonight. I picked Valentina to win, and that's the only. And I took Anthony Smith, but not on my parlay. I took Valentina to win. She's the only winner I've picked. Weidman broke his leg with one kick in 17 seconds. He lost to Uriah Hall. Rose Namajunas, I didn't think she would win. She just knocked out Zhang Weili in the first round with a beautiful head kick. I had Kamaru Usman winning. But, weird things are happening tonight. The main event is starting at 12:02 a.m. Eastern Time, which is pretty damn early. And Masvidal is dancing his way to the cage, which is never, ever a good sign. So, I don't know. I might change my pick and go with Masvidal here.
Dave, most people don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, people know what I'm talking about. I have a theory where if you're dancing or singing on your way to the cage, usually you lose. I don't know. There's something about it. Maybe your mind's not focused. Maybe you're too loose. Maybe you're too relaxed. Whatever. But a lot of people that dance or sing their way to the cage wind up losing, and it's strange.
Well, you've been pretty right on that fact for a long time, so let's hope it doesn't happen tonight.
Usman is dancing his way into the cage here. It's Usman versus Masvidal. Usman won the last fight less than a year ago by decision. He called for this fight after the Gilbert Burns fight. He beat Gilbert Burns, smashed Gilbert Burns, and then he said he wanted Masvidal again because Masvidal took the fight last year on 6 days' notice, and ever since then has been saying if he got a full camp, if he was fully prepared for Usman, he would beat him, and this is his chance to prove that. Usman said, yeah, you think so? Let's give you that shot. Let's do this fight. Let's see. Usman's prepared. Masvidal's prepared. I'm going with Usman, but weird shit has been happening tonight, so who knows, man? Who knows?
This has been a parlay nightmare, man, at all levels. You lost. I lost. Freddie lost. Glenn's picks lost. Penny the Cat is down. And all the rest of those, UFC, experts are pretty much down. I think even George himself, his picks were, up in flames. But, man, we'll see what happens.
I'm happy I won a raffle for Jordan 3s, the Georgetown Jordans. So I'm happy about that.
Man.
So
there you go, bud.
Yeah, I lost some fight picks, but hey, you can't win them all. I won a raffle to win those Georgetown Jordan 3s, which are pretty dope.
Dino Steaks agrees with you, man. Like, I don't think Usman's gonna lose tonight. But again, like Dave's theory has been pretty spot on, and we're talking years of this. Like he always says, "Oh no, he's dancing." The majority of the time, not good, man.
Yeah,
not good.
If you can live bet right now, live bet Masvidal as the dog knockout. Masvidal by knockout. It's my new pick.
Listen, and if you're any fighter listening to our show, man, remember this: don't dance and don't sing before you get in. Straight, man, like Rose did, just straight to the octagon, and get yourself a magic rope.
I don't know about
Yan
all that.
Gets.
I don't know about a magic
get the rope, man. Ever since he got that rope, he's not lost, man. Think about it. He got that rope, and that shit is working. I didn't believe in it. Jason Pete verified it one time. He went to go look.
Yes, there is a magic rope that Jan Blachowicz has that has helped him win all his fights. Even though you picked against the magic rope last time. Shouldn't have, AJ. Shouldn't have.
I know. But now I'm not going to do that mistake again. I'm not doing that mistake. Until that rope is gone, go Jan. Polish power. There's Ngannou, man. Look at the size of Ngannou. He's so big, man.
Was Ngannou there? I didn't see him.
Yeah, he's cornering.
Oh, he's in his corner. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Man, African champions all there tonight, man. He's he's in top shape, Usman.
This feels big, This feels like more hype because there's a crowd. There's more energy, even off the TV. Are you feeling that? I feel like it's like a big fight. The people are there. A big fight with Bruce Buffer doing the announcing in the Apex or on Fight Island. It wasn't the same, it didn't have the same feel in that empty arena. No. I like the empty arena or empty Apex or whatever fights. I thought they were good, and it was cool to hear the corners and cool to hear the punches and all that stuff. It gave you a different vibe, but this vibe is more big time. This vibe feels more okay, this is a fucking event, It feels more real, too. There's something that felt artificial about those fights with no people in the crowd to see them. It's if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound type of thing. Was it real?
No, it's it's just weird. Seeing Connor with nobody there, man. It's just you know what? The crowd motivates fighters, man. It's like in any sport. Crowds are your sixth player on the ice, and the extra mojo in the ring, whatever. It just gives you that excitement. And in fact, tonight when Weidman broke his leg there, did you hear that crowd? It was like, whoa,
yeah,
what the hell? But if it wasn't an empty place, man, it would have been even more painful. I mean, but
you would have heard Weidman,
No,
you would have heard, and it would have been maybe a little eerier.
Yeah, for sure.
In an empty arena there, but yeah, with the crowd, you get the vibe. It's a different energy. Even watching it on TV, it feels different.
And seeing Rose win. Seeing Rose knock out Wayne,
yes,
man,
and the reaction from the crowd. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's not the same. Exactly.
It's not the same, man. And you know what? It almost feels like we're back to normal. And we're talking almost a year later and plus. It's insane. We've gone through a whole year. But you know what? In the end, Dana White delivered. And you know what? You can hate this guy, whatever you want. But from the beginning of COVID, he was there pushing out events. And here we are again, and he's pushing out events. Hopefully there's not going to be a backlash. I know a lot of people were they're crazy. It's a COVID death zone and whatnot.
It does seem,
you know what?
Imprudent.
It seems scary in some sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? When you're into this, into tonight's fight, you're forgetting about COVID, man.
I don't know how comfortable I'd feel covering it as a member of the media, being in the building, or
no, you're right.
Even attending as a fan. I think it would be a little bit, I don't know. But anyways, this fight has started. Usman versus Masvidal, 4 minutes, 28, 27, 26. We're about 30 seconds now into the first round. Masvidal landing a couple leg kicks. Usman landing a couple jabs to the body. Filling each other out here early in the first round of this welterweight title fight. Both of these guys looking super confident. You know, Usman walked right up to Masvidal before the fight started as Buffer was doing his introductions, getting right in his face. Oh! Usman lands with a nice 1-2. Masvidal just kind of laughed it off.
It was interesting to see Usman like walk towards Masvidal and kind of like challenge him. Like
got right in his face.
That's confidence there,
Herb
man.
Dean
yeah, that's
Herb
confidence.
Dean had to step in there. Herb Dean, the ref.
Yep. I think it got to Masvidal a bit there, but you know what?
I don't know. He's pretty strong mentally.
But Usman's got so much better than their first fight. Come on, let's be honest.
I think so, yeah, which is crazy because he was so great back then, a year ago. But you see him in the Gilbert Burns fight, and it looks like his striking is on another level. And he's training with Trevor Whitman, you know, who's one of the best coaches in the game. He coaches Rose Namajunas, right? He's also Rose's coach, and Rose did really well. Trevor Whitman is Justin Gaethje's coach. He coaches some of the best strikers in the game out in Colorado and has for years. You know, Trevor Whitman has been one of the best coaches in mixed martial arts for a very long time. Usman going over there, you could see the difference in his striking. Like, he was a guy who could hit but was primarily a wrestler, and now, like, his footwork and movement and everything, like, it's much more fluid, and he's still got the wrestling, and there you go. Masvidal drives in. Usman gets a big double underhook, takedown slam right in the center of the octagon, and he's now in Jorge Masvidal's guard.
Oof.
Masvidal tried to close the distance. Usman grabbed him, slammed him down.
Great wrestler, man, Usman.
Usman on top of Masvidal in the guard.
Jeez.
Landing some punches. A couple of them looked like they were back of the head. Masvidal said a couple things to Herb Dean. I don't know. It's close, but nothing major. Masvidal's trying to work some elbows from the bottom, keeping Usman in his guard pretty well, closing the guard up. Masvidal looks happy to just keep that guard closed. And, Usman, though, as soon as Masvidal opened up that guard, Usman came down with a big punch. Usman working that ground and pound from the top guard. And, you know, why not? Oh, Masvidal landed some nice elbows, though, from the bottom. Catching a nice angle. Landing some good hard elbows. Forced Usman to advance position, look to pass. Masvidal's trying to get back to his feet, but Usman still has a good body lock on him. And he's probably going to take him right back down. There you go.
He seems pretty relaxed. I mean, Masvidal, like, throughout the first round, I mean, he's got a full camp, you know, that he was able to prepare for this fight. I mean,
another takedown from Usman. Masvidal back to his feet. And they're back up standing. But, you know, Usman's comfortable there too. But this is where Masvidal needs the fight. He doesn't want to be on the bottom. He doesn't really want to be on the ground at all. He wants to stand up. But, man, Usman just landed a solid right hand. Oh, and a nice jab that snapped Masvidal's head back. Masvidal told him to bring it, but he's getting tagged. Masvidal's getting outstruck by Usman right now.
Be careful what you wish, man.
It's very impressive how Usman is outstriking Jorge Masvidal so far in the first round. Not just outstriking him, but just outfighting him overall. But the stand-up, you know, I didn't think early Usman would have such an advantage. But Masvidal is still in this fight, and we'll see as it wears on. Masvidal landed a good leg kick that may have hurt Usman. Oh, Masvidal throwing a knee. Is Usman hurt right now? He doesn't seem to have his footing behind him. He seems a little herky-jerky right now as this round comes to an end. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he got hurt a little bit. They're talking to each other as this round closes. That was a Usman round, but in the last 20 to 30 seconds of that round, Masvidal looked like he was starting to find his moments. Looked like he may have hurt Usman with a leg kick a little bit. I don't know. Something happened to Usman at some point in that last minute to 30 seconds of the fight, of the round. And Masvidal seemed to take a little bit of control, seemed to gain some confidence. But that was definitely Kamaru Usman's round, 10-9, first round. We'll see what happens in the second, though.
I'm re-looking at it right now. We'll see what if I can spot anything.
Maybe
that
it's the pace
injured
that
his leg.
Usman's putting on. Maybe he's getting a little winded early. I don't know. It was a strange moment from Usman where he just kind of moved a little. There's Colby Covington.
Was an inside,
Colby Covington,
yeah.
probably next for whoever wins this fight. I think Colby and Usman had a hell of a fight. I'd like to see that again. Colby versus Usman or Colby versus Masvidal, I think, is the move at 170. I think Colby should be next. Maybe not, though.
There was a couple of. I
also wouldn't mind seeing Gilbert Burns versus Colby Covington, but we'll see. Go ahead, AJ.
Dave, there was a couple of kicks. There was a couple of kicks on the outside, right on the kneecap, that hit Usman, like back-to-back kicks. There was one that was prior around the minute mark that went on the inside of the knee, and then he landed around the 17-second mark, two of them from the outside, and it kind of like twisted that knee a bit.
Yeah, and he's continuing to do that. He's continuing to land those kicks on just above the knee. Around the knee. Masvidal is throwing those kicks often here in the second round. He knows he found some success, and he's going back on the attack there. And he's continuing to find success with that leg kick. Oh, God! Usman with a big right hand drops Masvidal. This fight is over. Masvidal's been knocked unconscious.
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness. Kamaru Usman with a huge right hand, drops Masvidal, puts him out. More punches on the ground. Masvidal was done and out. Usman, still the champion. Knockout. Second round. Just put Masvidal to sleep. Whew. Masvidal doesn't get stopped. Masvidal's never been stopped like that in the UFC. That is incredible.
And look,
hasn't been knocked out in over 10 years. Lost a TKO back in 2008 to Rodrigo Dam. No one has stopped Masvidal like that. Good God almighty. What a right hand from Kamaru Usman.
Wow. And like I said, he busted.
Jorge Masvidal is just waking up, and he can't believe what's going on. He's in shock. Whoa. Usman. Nobody's fucking with him.
Wow.
Nobody.
And you see, Masvidal was doing what he thought was the weakness on Usman by going for that knee. And he was still going at it in the second round. So maybe he saw that there was that door that he can beat Usman. And he was doing right. He was getting to that knee on the outside, kicking just at the knee level, a little bit higher than the knee, but he was trying to break down that lead leg of Usman.
And he was having some success, but boom! A huge straight right hand just drops Masvidal and put him out. Those punches on the ground were unnecessary. Masvidal did not know where he was. That fight was over with that right hand.
Knocked out.
Oh my God.
He probably knocked out his mouthpiece.
You see the sweat and shit just popping off Masvidal in that punch. That was insane. The power there was crazy.
Jesus.
He's done there. He's done. Masvidal and Usman sharing some words after the fight. A lot of respect.
There's Ali, man. Your buddy is there. He's happy.
Of course. He's Usman's manager.
He's jumpy. He's happy. But listen, I'm going to tell you something, Dave.
Wow.
You know what Masvidal did? He started fucking giving attitude to Usman. And on top of giving the attitude, he starts dropping his hands. His defense was down by his hips, and he's trying to intimidate Usman. And that's what you get for being stupid. And you know what? I don't feel sorry for Masvidal. If you're going to fight a guy like Usman, you don't start dropping those arms. His arms were down to the ground, and he got clipped. And you know what? He was started off well. He started going for that lead leg, kicking at the knee. He was actually doing damage. There's no doubt about it. You can see that that Usman's leg wasn't as solid as it was when he first started the fight. But Masvidal dropping those hands, trying to play that the mental game of stupidity, cost him the fight. And you know what? He deserved it because that right, man, holy shit. I'm surprised Masvidal is still up now and he's talking to him.
Wow.
Because that was one hell of a sledgehammer knockout.
Hey kids, if you're in the Colorado area, go train with Trevor Whitman. I think it's expensive, but he's worth it. Okay?
Yeah, man,
Rose
wow.
Namajunas and Kamaru Usman, 2 knockout victories in championship fights. Trevor Weidman is a pretty good striking coach. Shout out to Patrick
What
C.
a
Hamilton.
fast
Woot,
night.
woot, Patrick. Woot, woot. Thank you, Patrick, for the super chat. We appreciate you. Patrick, you are the super chat leader of the night. Thank you, Patrick.
Bon nuit, man.
Wow.
Holy
Beautiful
shit.
scene
Masvidal
here with
was
Kamaru
sleeping.
Usman's family and his kids and his mother and father there hugging him. His wife.
Herb Dean
I mean,
was
this
little
is a
bit
beautiful
too late
moment.
to come in, man.
What are you going to do?
Herb Dean, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 punches.
Oh,
he
wow.
threw like 4 punches too many.
He's giving the belt to his dad. Usman strapping the belt around his dad's waist. His dad with Usman.
This is the dad's first fight that he's been to.
Yeah. He was in prison, wasn't he?
I'm not sure about that, but all I know is that
he was in
his
jail
dad
for something.
is at Usman's first fight. And you know what?
Nice.
Good for him. Good for Nigeria. These guys, man, like, you know, it just brings up so much more opportunity for like the MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, like schools that are opening up in Nigeria. And you know what? It's awesome. Wow. Man,
amazing.
What a punch that was. That was scary, dude.
That was beautiful.
Jake Paul gets one of those, you know he's going to sleep.
He doesn't want that.
He doesn't want that,
Kamaru Usman, man.
Holy shit, what a punch, man. And like I said, you know, he broke Gilbert Burns' jaw on his last fight. He got, like, out of 149 total strikes, he hit 93 of those with Burns. And tonight, I don't know what the stats were, but holy shit, man. Tonight's been a fast night for UFC 261. This is a Freddy card. It's an early night. It's not even 12:22, man, or is it 12:23? And it's already over.
Amazing.
Holy shit, man. Amazing. What a great night, man. The prelims were impressive.
He's working his way to becoming the greatest welterweight of all time, man. He's working his way up there, Kamaru Usman. He is getting there.
Man.
I mean,
when they say Nigerian
I
nightmare,
want to see it, but
I
don't want to see. I kind of want to see him fight George, but I also don't want to see him fight George because I love George so much.
You know what? He's bigger than George.
I think he beats
he's a
George.
Bigger fighter than George.
Does he beat Prime George? Does Prime Usman beat Prime George?
Look, the only thing with George was
is
that
40 now, right? I don't know.
Well, he's 40, yeah.
Now I think right now today, George being off for so long and you know, being age and Usman being in his prime, I think George for sure loses if he comes back to fight Usman now. But like, I wonder, Prime George versus Prime Usman would have been interesting. But of course, time, you know, that's not how fights work.
It goes with all fighters, Dave? Like, you know, like they say with Tyson, you know, beat Ali in his prime if they were able to fight each other and things like that. Like, there's so many people that, like, it's always about what if. But that's the case. That's not. Now it's Usman's time. George had his time, you know, and one day it's going to be someone else's time. But right now, man, I don't see anybody beating Usman. You know, Colby's there. He's going to get the shot next, man. But holy smokes.
Oh, wow. They're going to talk to Masvidal. So they just did the interview with Usman. Masvidal just got knocked out. They're going to talk to him. All right.
And that's the scary part. Like, if you hear Usman, he's still getting better, and he's absolutely right. Imagine.
Well,
second longest
saying,
win streak
you know,
in
it
UFC
hurts.
history,
Never been
man.
knocked out. Getting knocked out in front of his family and friends. He's humble and not happy. Wow.
Yep, he didn't. He didn't stick with his fundamentals, man.
Wow. Yeah, Masvidal thanking the people for coming out, and wow. What a wild, wild night. Beautiful win for Kamaru Usman. Don't forget to get a great deal on the best in audio entertainment with SiriusXM. Get your first 3 months of streaming for only $1 when you go to sirius.ringsidereport.net. SiriusXM, fantastic stuff. Great programming, great music. I love Shade 45. I love the old school hip hop channel, the LL Cool J Rock the Bells. There's a lot of great stuff there. Outlaw Country. So much great stuff on Sirius XM satellite radio. And when you go to sirius.ringsidereport.net and sign up, you get 3 months for just $1, which is an incredible deal, and you help the Ringside Report Network as well. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and when you do, click the bell so you get notifications each and every time we're on. And we are on a lot, right?
And guys,
we're on
thanks for
Mondays.
listening to these two jabronis here.
What? Are you talking about me?
Us, yeah,
Us?
man. I'm saying thanks.
Well, I was just going to tell everybody when we're on again,
us.
AJ. Thanks. So Monday after Raw, I'm on. Okay, not AJ. AJ's not there, thankfully, with me Monday night after Raw. 11 o'clock Eastern Time, I am there after Monday Night Raw. Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, after AEW Dynamite, I will be back here. Thursday night, 8 p.m., AJ, Fred, and I will break down another night of fights with Ringside Report MMA. Every Thursday night at 8 p.m., we talk MMA right here on the Ringside Report Network. AJ's here. Fred will be back on Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, when we will be previewing. I got a lock of the night already. It's Yuri Prochaska versus Dominic Reyes next Saturday night. Yuri Prochaska is my favorite dude. You want to see knockouts? Wait till next week when he knocks Dominic Reyes out of his soul. Yuri Prochaska. I miss that guy. I can't wait to see him fight next week. So we will be talking about it. And yes, Doug Hepburn, maybe you're right. He said AJ behaved tonight. Fred is a bad influence. Maybe he is, or maybe AJ just wasn't drinking
Fred's
tonight.
A bad influence.
Or, maybe it's Fred not being here. But I really think that this show ended in, last week AJ was really out of control, and it got a little late. AJ's a little bit long in the tooth, and when it gets a little late, he gets a little out of control. But this show ended, before 12:30. This UFC show, it's like 2 hours long, very quick, very easy, in and out. So AJ didn't have time to go completely bananas and misbehave and say crazy things.
Before the witching hour, and then I just go completely like batshit. But listen, man, last week was different. Last week was actually I thought I behaved last week, but it was part of the circus.
I didn't behave last week. That was me.
No, last week you were the bad guy. You were the bad guy last week, and I was trying to control you last week. And I told you, man. But listen, just to give some credit to Masvidal, you got to give this guy like some props. He was humble in his defeat, and you know what? Good for him. Good for him.
Whoa. Next UFC pay-per-view
is hugging each other.
Yeah, that's cool. Next UFC pay-per-view is Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler for the UFC lightweight title, UFC 262.
That's gonna be good, man.
And the co-main event is a 5-round fight between Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz. Oh shit!
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
This next UFC pay-per-view is gonna be sick. Oh my god! Wow! And this UFC pay-per-view tonight was pretty sick, right? What a tremendous show we saw tonight. Some wild, wild stuff.
Amazing.
Jimmy Croot's ankle gave out on him after some leg kicks. A big leg kick that he kind of landed wrong on, and Anthony Smith got the win by TKO doctor stoppage after 5 minutes after the first round was over. Uriah Hall beat Chris Weidman. Weidman threw one leg kick and broke his leg, and 17 seconds into the fight, it was over with Uriah Hall winning by TKO leg injury. Valentina Shevchenko with elbows just beaten down Jessica Andrade in a crucifix position, getting a TKO win over Andrade. 3 minutes, 19 seconds into the second round, Rose Namajunas with a first-round knockout of Zhang Weili with a head kick. Just 1 minute, 18 seconds to become the new UFC Women's Strawweight Champion. And Kamaru Usman defends the UFC Welterweight Championship with a knockout of Jorge Masvidal, straight right hand, a few punches on the ground. Knockout victory for Usman just 1 minute and 2 seconds into the second round. Two defending champions, Usman and Valentina Shevchenko, so dominant tonight. And Rose Namajunas, new champion, second time she wins that 115-pound crown for the UFC. Incredible night of fights. This was well worth the price of admission for the pay-per-view. Unlike that Triller piece of shit we saw last week, we didn't have, downtime between fights. It was fight, 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 fight. Action, knockouts with world-class talent and performers, and Jake Paul was in the crowd where he belongs. And that's exactly what we're trying to see from UFC 261. Yeah, well, Daniel Cormier
got from last week.
Cormier got in his face a little bit and told him to behave or else. And there you go. So that's UFC 261. I'm sorry we couldn't pick more winners for you. All our parlays were busted. But when you lose, we lose too. I mean, we're trying to put money on these fights and win for you and win for us. And hey, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. But what are you going to do? Next week we'll do it. Next week, Yuri Prochaska by knockout. I mean, lock of the night. Cash it already. Don't even watch us on Thursday. You already have my lock. We're good. No. Wait. Watch us on Thursday, 8 p.m. Please. We appreciate it.
Watch it, man.
You know, I mean, we're not doing it for nothing. We'll be here anyway, so, I mean, somebody should watch. That'd be nice, you know?
Super chat.
Uh-oh. Doug Hepburn dropping a super chat. Where he belongs. Exactly, Doug. In the crowd where he belongs. Thank you for the super chat, Doug.
True, man.
Thank you to everybody for joining us here tonight. Doug and Patrick, of course, with the super chats. Appreciate you, Patrick. You are the super chat leader of the night, unless Angelo's going to show up. I haven't seen Angelo tonight. I think he's more of a WWE guy.
We got a few people there. We got Jay. I've never seen Jay before.
Oh, wow. So this pay-per-view is so short that they're interviewing Kobe Covington now because they're like, we got time.
Well,
he's talking shit about Usman now.
Dude.
Huh?
They have about half an hour to like 40 minutes generally where they would be doing UFC stuff. So it's all going to be like interviews and maybe they're going to replay one of the earlier prelim fights. Who knows? But
you know what's crazy?
Man, you know what?
I thought this show would end at 2 a.m.
I thought
so
too,
and it's 12:30 and it's over. Like, I thought this would be over by 2 a.m. because we had 3 title fights. I think the last time we had 3 title fights, it ended at 2 a.m. because, like, if 2 of those fights go to decision, you know, that's a long-ass night. But goddamn, man, everything got finished quick. Nothing went past the second round on this pay-per-view. Not a single fight went past the second round. The longest fight was Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Andrade that ended 3 minutes, 19 seconds into the second. That was the longest fight on this pay-per-view. A lot of decisions on the prelim card, a couple nice submissions, a couple knockouts, but this main card, 5 knockouts. All knockouts on the main card. That's a pretty wild pay-per-view, man. This was not quite knockouts, leg injuries and shit, TKOs, but you know, everything got stopped real quick. Real quick. Crazy. Thank you, Doug. I'm glad you and Nick enjoyed the show. Shout out to Nick, my man. Nick and Doug.
Wow. Yes, I am like a gremlin. You're absolutely right, man.
You are a gremlin.
That's for Franco. I am a gremlin, man.
All right.
Did you actually see that movie, Dave?
When I was a little kid, but I don't really remember.
Or too young, I should say.
Yeah, I think I'm a little too young for that. I'm too young for a lot of stuff, but I'm also too old for a lot of stuff. You're just very old, AJ. I'm not that young. You're just quite a bit older now.
Listen, man. Listen, the guys that are talking about it are like, you know, in that category too, man.
I know.
You know all the good films.
No. I mean, you're not that old, but I mean,
you're part of the Jake Paul, like
you're just older than me. That's it. I'm not young. I'm just not as old as you. You know what I mean? Like you're not an old guy, but you know, you're always like, oh, Dave, you're too young. You're too young. It's like I'm not that young. But you're just old, all right? You're just slightly older.
Regardless?
Not much older, but it seems like a lot more sometimes, you know? Like, you're not that much older than me, but sometimes we talk, and I'm like, how old are you exactly? It's very strange. Like, you're older than you are mentally sometimes. Physically, you're younger than you are. Like, you don't look your age, but it's like your brain is older a little bit.
Dave.
You're just not good with computers and stuff, you know? You're a good man, AJ. You're a good man.
I love you, Dave. Good show tonight, bud. And thanks to everybody listening, man. And, you know, it was a fun night.
Thanks, bye, AJ.
Doing, man? Let me
love
get
you.
my
See ya.
Damn it. Don't cut me off. I'm thanking our listeners, man. What do you think this is? I don't want to say the name of the show, but you know what I'm talking about.
Go to merch.ringsidereport.net. Buy stuff that we have with our faces on it, please. We appreciate you. Keep this channel alive. Keep this channel alive. You guys know that I do a lot of shows. I do them all the time. I'm on Mondays, Wednesdays, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday every single week, and sometimes we do post shows and watch-alongs on Saturdays and Sundays. Every WWE pay-per-view we're on right afterwards. Every UFC pay-per-view we do a watch-along for, and even some of those stupid Triller pay-per-views apparently we do watch-alongs for. So we're on a lot. We appreciate you supporting the Ringside Report Network. Keep supporting the Ringside Report Network so we can continue to be on as much as we are. You know what I mean? Because at a certain point...
Coach.
What?
I was going to say, before you forget and before you go on to that monologue and cut me off, I just wanted to say thank you to two guys, man, that were really pushing the Ringside Report Network. Number one, our buddy Wally in Ireland. Thank you for the shout-out for Ringside Report. And to our buddy Jofo in the ring, man, for putting out the shout-out as well, man. These guys really like... and as well, Glenn, too. I know Glenn is always like pushing.
Shout out to Glenn. We love you, Glenn. I hope you didn't have too many ladies in your hot tub where they just overwhelmed you. Glenn living that lady-filled hot tub life. I'm not really sure what's going on, but he is loving it. And I'm sure they are nursing his wounds from his big bets that he lost betting on Jessica Andrade to beat Valentina Shevchenko for some reason. All right, we love you all. We'll talk to you all again. I'll be back here Monday night right after Raw. Hopefully Raw is not terrible, and I can be happy about it, but, you know. Go to merch.ringsidereport.net. Go to donate.ringsidereport.net. Become a member of the YouTube channel, and thank you to Douglas and, of course, Patrick C. Hamilton, who is today's Super Chat leader. This has been the UFC 261 Watch Along.